presented by Sunoco.
A new era for American cricket began in 2021.
There it goes into a dive! Walk it!
The rise of cricket was celebrated across the country. Now, with big wickets and even bigger hits, the stars of minor league cricket are back and better than ever.
Primus goes huge!
Don't miss the nation's largest league competing for the biggest prize in American cricket. The Toyota Minor League Championship returns this summer, live on Willow TV.
So welcome from the Idlewild Complex out in Rosedale, Queens. A beautiful shot of what the best New York has to offer. We want to welcome you to the Empire State Titans and New Jersey Stallions game. The Empire State Titans hosting this one. New Jersey Stallions having traveled from neighboring state. And we are all set for the big clash between the Empire State Titans and the New Jersey Stallions. Joining me in the box, as usual, I want to say special welcome to Matthew Acharya. Matthew, welcome to what is happening here today. Some exciting contests we have seen, and it all comes down to the Empire State Titans taking on the New Jersey Stallions.
Yeah, the New Jersey Stallions have definitely got the upper hand on the Empire State Titans since last year minor league, even in that finals weekend. So it'll be very interesting to see how the Empire State Titans, a new look Empire State Titans, faces up against the New Jersey Stallions. Should be a very interesting game. We saw a thriller of a first game. Hopefully the second game doesn't disappoint.
Yeah, sure. And Empire State Titans will be hoping that they could get back into things. Let's take a look at what has happened here today. We saw during the course of this tournament, the Atlanta Lightning performing very well in the Atlantic Conference, Matt. 12 points at the top of the table. But look at Group B. That's where the interest is.
Yeah, you're looking at Group B. The Manhattan Yorkers suffering a shock defeat here, you'd think, to the New England Eagles, which has pushed the Eagles up above the DC Hawks. But the New Jersey Stallions and the Empire State Titans, second v third, should be a very interesting game. A win for the Stallions will put them right up there at the top, separated by run rate, and the Titans will put them into second.
Yeah, thank you, Matt. Earlier, we had the toss, and here is what has happened there. So a right call for the Stallions. They've elected to bowl, being led by Jesse Singh, and he called correctly, deciding he'll bowl first today. So what a game we have in front of us. So Nate is next with his preview of the Empire State Titans and the New Jersey Stallion. Nate Hayes, what's going on, my friend?
This is a clash of last season's Atlantic Conference final. While the Titans have experienced a fall from grace, the Stallions are once again in a playoff position, currently second in the East. And though the cast has changed a bit, the method has carried over from last year. Solid bowling abounds from the Stallions, and batting seems to always be just good enough. The Titans will want to recover from yesterday's drubbing at the hands of the first-place Yorkers, and they do have some match winners. USA captain Manoj Acharya has support in this batting lineup, and it wouldn't surprise me to see the team rise to this big occasion. But the pressure is really on the Stallions, with a playoff slot at stake. Lenny, everyone loves a game with context, and this is certainly one of those games. Enjoy yourself.
So thank you, Nate. And here is the Empire State Titan. Couple of changes. Van Tol is out. Chaitanya Parwal comes into the side. And of course, another change. Vivek Ravichandran comes into the side to add some bowling strength to the team.
New Jersey Stallions as well. A couple of changes there, a couple of new faces. We've got Deep Patel coming in, coming off some good form. We've seen him before a few weeks ago, coming off some good form. And then also we've got Nino Henry, player out of Antigua, who would have played for the combined colleges and campuses in domestic cricket in the West Indies.
So the news, Empire State Titans have won the toss. Manoj Patel is already out in the middle. And Stallions, of course, led by Jesse Singh. Manoj Patel leads the charge. State Titans, Matt. Sawan Patel has come out. He's a quality player. He's played a couple of good knocks. And so this should be a very exciting contest. The Empire State Titans has very good record on this ground. But the fact is, Matt, they haven't played well against the Stallions in last year's minor league cricket. So they have a score to settle with the Stallions that comes from New Jersey.
Yeah, these two sides would have met 3 times last year, 2 in the league stage, and then in the Atlantic Conference Finals. All 3 of them going to the New Jersey Stallions. Should be quite an interesting game.
So Jesse Singh will start. And a good quality start here from Jesse Singh. Monang Patel, equal to the task. Just pushes the ball out towards the offside, and things are on the way here in the Empire State Titans and New Jersey.
As Nate Hayes mentioned in his match preview, everyone loves a game of context, and there's no better context here. The Empire State Titans looking for some bit of redemption against the New Jersey Stallions. Yes, things have changed a year apart for both sides, but still, the clash of these two should be quite a thriller. As we see a wide here from Jesse Singh through to Anthony Bramble behind the stumps.
Yeah, Matt, and Jesse Singh in particular would want to get back. Take a look at this ball sliding down the leg side. Might have been striving for a lot of pace. Anthony Bramble, he's a quality keeper. Has already played at the international level, Anthony Bramble. Here we go. And he's a quality player, good addition to the squad, to an already strong Stallions lineup this year, Matt. So ball punched into the offside. Tidy start so far from Jesse Singh. We've only seen 1 wide so far. A player like Jesse Singh would want to get back into the US setup. He would want to string along some top performance. So far, only 4 wickets in the season. And he's bowled quite a bit, 26 overs so far.
Yeah, we'll really want to get back into the US national team setup.
So a tidy start from Jesse Singh. Monang Patel, who would have just returned from Zimbabwe on US duties. Not yet off the mark. And the only run on the card so far has been a wide. Ball going down the leg side off the bowling of Jesse Singh. So good start here from the Stallions. Having won the toss, electing to bowl first. Things have gone well. So not a play and a miss here from Monang Patel. Good bowling here from Jesse Singh. Getting some early swing, Matt.
Yeah, he's a quality bowler, Jesse Singh. Look at that, just getting the swing there. You can see it. So far, has started off extremely well. No runs off the bat as yet for the Empire State Titans.
So ball getting driven into the offside. Some tidy stuff from Jesse Singh. What a start here from the Stallions. Certainly led by Jesse Singh. He's kept the ball, Matt, if you notice, on one side of the wicket. And what he has done, he is really limiting Monang to play one set of shot just to come onto the front foot and looking to drive. But certainly the ball not up there for one of those full-blooded drive. Quality cricket so far. So finally he gets off the mark with a punch into the offside. And so that will complete over number 1. A tidy start here from Jesse Singh. 1 gone, 2 on the board.
So 3 changes in the Empire State Titans lineup. Aditya Bharadwaj, Usman Ashraf and Christopher Vantel making way. Pawal, Vivek Ravichandran and Garanshi Sharma.
So a good start from Jesse Singh. And over that only conceded a couple of runs. Looks like Manoj Acharya will be the man to operate. Backing up Jesse Singh, Matt. We've seen a good start here from Jesse Singh. They've won the toss, electing to bowl first. Things have gone pretty well. Sawan Patel hasn't faced the ball yet, but I'm pretty sure that his turn will come. Manoj Acharya, one of the fine in last year's minor league play, Matt. Had a quality season and is having a good one this year too.
Yeah, brilliant so far from Manoj. 9 wickets already in this year's minor league. And he was one of the top finds last year from the Yorkers, has moved to the Stallions.
Starts well by quality ball here to Manoj Patel. Manoj Patel has been kept on a very tight rein so far. He's used up 7 balls. Only a single to show for that. This has been a quality start from the New Jersey Stallion bowler. Oh, good looking shot here from Manoj Patel, running up towards the extra cover boundary. And that has gone away for 4. So Manoj Patel picks up the first boundary of the Empire State Titans in this. And what a lovely shot through the offside.
Yeah, very good looking shot there from Manoj Patel. Look at that, beautiful by the US captain.
Yeah, races away for 4, very fast outfield, Matt. Scorching sun in New York. Oh, that's a good ball from Manoj Acharya. Manoj Patel. This one out, brings Sawan Patel for the first time onto strike.
Next one, please. Okay. Little more. That's your leg. Thank you. Right down, round the wicket for you. 3 to come.
Sawan Patel will face his first ball of today. Manoj Acharya has gone for 5 already in this. Very good shot from Manoj Patel through the offside already. A good delivery there from Manoj Acharya to Sawan Patel.
Yes, Matt, we've seen a very good start from Jesse Singh and now and now Manoj Acharya. Very quality fast bowling from the pair. We've seen a lovely shot from Manoj Patel not too long ago. A lovely punch through a very fast outfield here at Idlewild Park. Oh, cut away. That's a lovely shot from Sawan Patel. He loves that region. And look at that, ball races away for 4.
Yeah, very good shot from Sawan Patel. Carving that one up and over. Nice shot from Sawan Patel. 1 bounce and away for 4.
Matt, we saw him getting a 48 yesterday. We have really given it away. Came in and came down and played one of the a careless looking shot. Got 48 yesterday, batted very well. And now he's up to 4 so far. And this one pulled into the onside. They'll pick up runs here. And they come back for 2 runs. So 2 more runs here to Sawan Patel. That will complete 2. And after 2, the Empire State Titans haven't been sent in. They're batting at 13 without loss.
All right, guys. One tuck up.
So 13 for no loss, 2 overs gone. Jesse Singh bowled a quality first over, Matt, an over that's only considered a couple of runs. Runs in. Good start here from the New Jersey Stallions. We've seen a quality over from Jesse Singh previous to this one. We saw an over that conceded 11 runs from Manoj Acharya. And you're watching continuing coverage of the Toyota 2022 Minor League Cricket Championship presented by Sunoco. And this time we're coming to you live from the state of New York. The beautiful Idlewild Park, nestled in Rosedale, Queens. Just about a mile or so away, Matt, from the ever-famous John F. Kennedy International. We've seen so many aircraft take off and landing in that direction.
Empire State Titans and the New Jersey Stallions has been established as probably one of the top minor league rivalries from last year to now. Jesse Singh has started off very well here, 1.2 overs, none for 3. It's been quite stuff from Sam Patel and Monang. Good short ball from Jesse Singh, but too short, called a wide by umpire Brian Kane. Yep, too short on that occasion. Well over the head of Sam Patel. Good take as well by Anthony Bramble.
Yes, Matt. Always good to know that the man who's doing the glove work is a quality keeper. Oh, that's a good ball from Jesse Singh. A big swing and a miss here from Sawan Patel. So we've seen excellent fast bowling here from Jesse Singh. Take a look at that, Matt. Just passing the inside portion of the bat. And goes through to Anthony Bramble, top quality keeper, 15 on the board. This has been a very good start from the Stallions, and Matt, you made the point that the Empire State Titans have always had a problem with the New Jersey Stallions. They've lost 3 games to them last year. And Sawan Patel settles some weight. Not a good ball. They squeeze a single out towards the offside, so runs hard to come by for the time being. Titans haven't been sent in here, Matt. It's been a quiet start for them.
Yeah, it really has. 16 on the board in the 3rd over. It's been good bowling by Acharya and by Jesse Singh so far, particularly Jesse Singh.
Yeah, Jesse Singh has bowled 10 deliveries so far. He's only conceded 5. Oh, good shot here from Monang Patel. Through the onside, running up towards the square leg boundary. And look at that. A good relief shot from Monang Patel for 4 runs.
Yeah, very good shot from Monang Patel. Flicked away beautifully. Found the gap for 4.
Yeah, flicking and flicking well. That's a lovely shot from Monang Patel. He's a top quality player. And we would want to give Empire State Titans a big knock. He's been out of the side because of international engagement, but he's back. Highest score so far has been 22 against Manhattan Yorkers. And so Monang Patel will want to put in a good input in the side today. Oh, big expansive drive. Doesn't go too well when it goes through to Bramble. And that's the end of 3 is 20 without loss.
My son. He's so soft-spoken. Everyone says he's so good-looking, and he never forgets to call.
Hi, Mom.
Born for your true self. The 2022 Tundra. Toyota. Let's go places.
What's up, Doug? What got into you?
At Sunoco, we know how to fuel peak performance. Fuel your best.
So Nino Henry comes into the attack. New addition to the Stallions lineup. Out of Antigua. And right away, pulled away nicely by Sam Patel. Finds the gap. Finds it nicely, picks up a boundary first ball. So not a great start for Nino Henry. Sam Patel goes after him and goes after him straight away. Short delivery. Nice pickup shot by Sam Patel. So Nino Henry out of Antigua would have played for CCC in West Indies domestic cricket, combined colleges and campuses.
Yeah, not a good start. Lovely shot from Sam Patel. So ball has eluded the keeper. We'll wait for the signal from the umpire. Could be byes here. Bramble not getting hold of a ball that drops in front of him. And in the end, 25 on the board here for the Empire State Titans, Matt.
They haven't lost any wickets yet, which is always a good sign.
Yeah, take a look at this one. Just eluding, might have been on the slower side.
Tough bounce there on Bramble.
He does well to keep the ball in play. You're at than 4 byes, Matt. 25 on the board. Not a rapid start here from the Empire State Titan, but it has been a steady one. They're going at 7.5 runs and over. No problem so far. Nino Henry, third bowler being used here by the Stallions. Oh, ball cut away. That's a good-looking shot from Manoj Patel. Only a single this time. Hands the strike over to Sawan Patel. And this over's gone 6 so far, off the bowling of Nino Henry.
Couple of boundaries to each of Sawan Patel and Manoj. 26 on the board. As you mentioned, yeah, nothing explosive from the two as yet, but they've definitely held in there for the time being.
So a good bit of work there from Sachin Mailavarapu. This over's gone for 6 so far. Sawan Patel and Manoj Patel. Sawan Patel, Matt, we made mention he got a well-played 48 yesterday. And of course his highest score, the highest individual score in the series has been 58 against the Lions. Oh, that's a lovely shot from Sawan Patel, and look at that, good bouncing away straight down the ground. And so the left-hander has certainly come up with a very attractive shot, 30 without loss.
Very good looking shot as well from Sawan Patel. They're going after Nino. Hasn't had a great start to minor league for him. Straight back down the ground for 4.
Yeah, that's a good looking shot. They're off to a good start, 7.8 at the moment. Ball driven into the offside again. That's another good looking shot from Sawan Patel, putting pressure on the fielder. And that will complete an over that has conceded 11 runs, Matt. 4 overs gone, 31 without loss.
Drinks off the pitch here, guys. Thank you. Thank you, gents.
So 4 overs gone.
2 minutes down, so pick it up as we
31
go.
without loss, Matt. Exciting cricket here at Idlewild Playing Field. Empire State Titans and the New Jersey Stallions. A lot of batting to come. But Sawan Patel and Monang Patel, they're off to a good start. 31 without loss.
Right here, Manoj, right? Change here, right arm. Come over.
So a change of ends for Manoj Acharya.
Yes, Matt, his first over would have gone for 11. And they will always would have to use a bowler to make that change. Nino Henry might have been that bowler. Nino has gone for 10 off his first. And so Manoj Acharya will come into the attack here. So ball played into the onside. That's a good looking shot, but will only get a single out towards the deep area.
Such a Malavarpu, the man out there. So a good start here from the Empire State Titans, especially when you give into they haven't lost any wickets as yet. In that sense, they've done very well, have Monank and Sawan Patel.
Yeah, sure, Matt, and still a lot of batting to come. Garanshu Sharma has come back into the squad. And I'm pretty sure the likes of Jala Dua, Garanshu Sharma will form the top 4. And not forgetting the 2 men out in the middle there, Monang Patel and Sawan Patel.
So Manoj Acharya. Big shot that in the air from Monang Patel. And gone a long way next to the Toyota board. Big 6 off the bat of Monang Patel.
Yeah, that's a good looking shot. Just standing and deliver here. Take a look at this one. A little too short. And Monang Patel straight down the ground. That's a lovely shot. Gone for 6. And so 38 without loss. So continuing coverage. Minor League Cricket Championship presented by Sunoco. And so far, the only thing driving the Empire State Titans up to 38 without loss, Matho, has to be the fuel from Sunoco.
8.7 and over the Empire State Titans. A very quick start here. They began to open up a little bit now. This one, another one from Monang Patel. Won't be a 6, but it'll be a 4. So another boundary off the bat of Monang Patel. What a shot.
Yeah, lovely couple of shots here from Monang Patel. 1-6 and now 1-4. Take a look at this one. Straying down the leg side, middle stump, and manipulated into the onside vacant field. And this man knows where the fielders are. He knows. Only a couple of fielders are allowed outside of the ring mat. 2 commanding shot. That's lovely shots off the bat of Monang Patel. So the US captain has showed up here so far. The Empire State Titans. He's gone quickly up to 22. And we've seen 3 4s and 1 6 so far from man on your screen there, Monang Patel. So ball turned into the onside. Running quickly, fielder takes the stumps out of the ground. Look at that. Middle stump uprooted and gone a couple of feet away. 43 on the board.
2.
What a throw. Middle stump cartwheeling. Been a difficult start to things here for Manoj Acharya. Gone for 23 already in his first 10 balls. Fine opening partnership this from Sawan Patel and Manang Patel.
Yeah, I only have one bail.
On your back.
And Matt, this over from Acharya has gone for 12 so far. We saw his first over going for 11. So he's been on the expensive side. Brian Kane just making sure that the bail is put on. We saw yesterday the ball striking the stumps, Matt. A top of off stump and the bail not coming off. So 12 runs off this over. Under pressure is Manoj Acharya. So good ball here from Manoj Acharya, keeping Sawan Patel relatively quiet. 43 on the board, and they're going at almost 9 runs and over. This is a very good start for the Empire State Titans.
Yeah, it really has. 43 on the board without the loss of a wicket. Sawan Patel, 3 fours to him. Manang Patel, 3 fours and a 6. Dream start for the Titans.
So ball driven into the offside. Sawan Patel picks up another run, so that will complete 5, and after 5 is 44 without loss. So 5 overs gone, 44 without loss. So another bowling change. Sachin Mailavarapu, the leg spinner, has been given the ball. So spin for the first time. We've seen good fast bowling from Jesse Singh, Manoj Acharya. We saw a solitary over from Nino Henry. Would have been to switch Manoj Acharya to the preferred end, but now Sachin has been given the ball.
Bowling change. Left arm. Round the wicket. Coming in between.
So 8 points for the Empire State Titans. That would have been 4 wins. So Sachin Mailavarapu would have been part of the unit last year. Matt had a very good season.
Depends where you are, Jesse.
And we saw him last year bowling at the top of the order using the new ball. Much as what we have seen Chandrapal Hemraj done for Somerset Cavaliers. So substitute fielder on the ground. We'll have to pick up who has come off. A first ball from Sachin Mailavarapu. He's taking the wicket of Sawan Patel. And look at that, pulling across the line of a delivery on the stump. And that's the end of Sawan Patel. Sachin Mailavarapu strikes in his first ball. And is 44 for 1, Matt.
Sachin Mailavarapu wasting no time in getting the wicket of Sawan Patel, the first ball. What an introduction for him. And the Empire State Titans, after a healthy start for their first casualty. Nice, not the best of shot selections from Sawan Patel. Cross the line to Mailavarapu, first ball. Sawan walks back, 44 for 1.
So Kwame Patan Jr.
Nope.
Comes out to the middle. And Matt, we've seen a bit of the Empire State Titans. I think this is the earliest Kwame Patan has come to the middle. I know he's batted at 4. But he comes in here at number 3.
I think he did come in pretty early against the DC Hawks. Might be wrong. Definitely a promotion from the usual spot for the young Kwame Patton Jr., who has shown glimpses of what he can do.
So he comes in here with a long way to go, 89 balls still to be bowled. Not a look at that, a very careless looking shot from Sawan Patel. Just playing across the line of a delivery, and Sachin Mailavarapu is a quality bowler. This one wrapped on the pad. Big appeal, he's gone. So that's the end of Kwame Patton Jr. And all of a sudden, Sachin Mailavarapu, he's on a hat-trick. Kwame dismissed first ball.
Another wicket for Sachin Mailavarapu. 2 balls, 2 wickets. And he's going to find himself on a hat-trick. First 2 balls. Look at this one. First ball to Kwame Patton Jr. Well, that was the dismissal of Sawan Patel. But Kwame Patton Jr. walks back. First ball. Double strike by Mailavarapu, 44 for 2.
Bat is here, fellas. Let's make it happen. Thank you.
So Jaladua makes his walk to the middle. And Matt, you get a feeling that Jaladua badly needs a score, a couple of 45s during the course of this series. So a couple of wickets to fall here. We saw the first one here from Sawan Patel, and then Kwame Patton Jr. hardly settled. Here's a look at the last wicket here. Kwame Patton Jr. Struck on the pad. And umpire Saeed Irfan answered quite positive in favor of the New Jersey Stallions. So 44 for 2, hat-trick ball. And Jaladua comes to the middle here.
Jaladua on strike here for hat-trick ball. Sachin Mailavarapu. We saw Devendra Bishu almost get a hat-trick. Here's Mailavarapu's chance.
Keep working,
And Dua survives. So a good ball. And well blocked by Jaladua.
Yeah, very good start here from Sachin Mailavarapu. We saw the wicket of Sawan Patel. We saw the brief stay from Kwame Patton Jr. Oh, might have eluded the man at first slip and gone away for 4. So some anxious moment there for Jaladua. But he picks up a boundary, 48 for 2.
Yeah, a bit fortunate there was Jaladua. Getting the edge. And a quick outfield allows it to just trickle away for 4. See this, looking to cut, gets the edge. Oh, eluding the man. Is that Paul Palmer? Yes, it is Paul Palmer there at slip. Perhaps wrong-footed by the direction of it. Sweep again, big shout. Irfan says not out this time. Good over here from Sachin Mailavarapu.
Yeah, man, even the ball that would have gone away for 4 might have just passed Paul Palmer. And so what an over here from Sachin Mailavarapu. Couple of strikes and a lot of questions asked in this over. Oh, a quality over with a couple of wickets comes to an end. At the end of 6, it's 48 for 2. So a couple of wickets there, Manang Patel. In fact, Kwame Patton Jr. and Sawan Patel. In quick succession of the bowling of Sachin Mailavarapu. Out of the power play, 48 for 2. As Jaladua and Manang Patel seeks to rebuild here, 48 for 2.
Some tall skyscrapers on that Manhattan. But we've seen a double strike by Sachin Mailavarapu and a very tidy over from him. Just kind of pushing the momentum of Jersey Stallions.
So that's the side of Monang Patel. He's had to see a couple of strikes from Sachin Mailavarapu as Stallions battled the Empire State Titans here.
So Nino Henry continues. His first over would have gone for 10, but 10 credited to him. And gets the wicket. So straight away, Nino Henry comes back into the attack. Short and wide, Monang Patel looking to slash at it. Gets the edge, and once you edge it, Anthony Bramble will take it. Nino Henry strikes 3. Monang goes.
2 balls only, 2 balls only.
So look at this, a big flash. A ball way outside the off stump, making some bit of height. And Anthony Bramble takes an easy catch by keeper standard. Another one falls. 48 for 3. Monang Patel gone.
Batters here, guys. Here we go.
So Adil Bhatti makes his way out to the middle. 48 for 3. Nino Henry striking, getting rid of Monang Patel.
Right arm over here.
Big wicket that. Massive wicket, especially given Monang Patel was looking to be in good timing. 23 off 17 for him. Adil Bhatti coming in a lot earlier, perhaps than he would have anticipated. Joins Jaladua out in the middle.
And Matt, essentially what has happened here, they've lost, in the last 7 balls, they've lost 3 wickets for only 4 runs. Here's the wicket. Ball followed by Monang Patel. Flashing shot. Got an edge. And that's the end of Monang Patel. 48 for 3.
So Adil Bhatti looking to cut, finds the fielder. Nino Henry, first over would have gone for 10. This over he's come back quite well. The wicket of Monang on a dot. Couldn't have asked for much more from Nino Henry in this over so far.
So better over so far from Nino Henry. Would have conceded 10 runs off his bowling analysis in the first over, but he started well in this one. Got a wicket of Monang Patel, followed up with a couple of dot balls. So good fight back here from the Stallions. We saw the Empire State Titans, Mato, getting off to a very good start. It was not too long ago. They were batting a 44 for 1. That quickly became 2. Sachin Mailavarapu was on a hat-trick. And then we saw an edge off the bat of Jaladua. And then shortly after, it was 48 for 3. And the fact is, Matt, Nino Henry would have started this over at 48 for 2. And he made it 48 for 3. Since that, we haven't seen an addition to the score. Adil Bhatti has been kept on a very tight rein.
So Nino Henry on the verge of a maiden if he can get this one right. Worked away by Adil Bhatti. Running the first one quickly. Should get a couple of runs. They do. So just 2 off the over and the wicket of Monang. 50 comes up for the Titans after 7 overs.
Guys, come off the middle, okay? Every time.
We've seen a collapse here from the Titans. A fine start from Sawan and Monarch Patel. But since then, we saw the loss of Sawan and then Kwame Patton Jr. first ball. And then Monarch Patel. That man there, Sachin Mailavarapu, won over 2 wickets for 4 runs. And Nino Henry also picking up the wicket. Jesse Singh also quite economical at the front. Stallions winning the toss and electing to bowl. So far, so good for them. Sachin Mailavarapu will continue. No surprise there. Empire State Titans 50 for 3. Jaladua and Adil Bhatti out in the middle. Mailavarapu has started his day off very well, with a couple of wickets already in his first over. Here he is for his second.
Come on, just like the first over, Sach.
Starts brilliantly, does Sachin Mailavarapu. Dua can't score.
You got it, Sachin.
So super fight back here from the Stallions. And you're watching cricket from the Idlewild cricket field. Ball swept away. That's a good looking shot from Jaladua, running up towards the backward square boundary. And in fact, it crosses the ropes now. And so that's, in fact, we'll wait and see. A bit of applause there for the man. He may have saved the boundary. So a couple of runs there to Jaladua. Good looking shots.
Yeah, good bit of work out there on the fence. Couple of runs to Jaladua. Oh, that's brilliant. Brilliant work out there to save that one.
So a couple of runs to Jaladua. Runs are hard to come by, as we have seen from the last 12 or 13 balls, Matt.
Keep working, Sachin.
So good quality bowling here from Sachin Mailavarapu. He's returned this year. And he's returned to the Stallions. He has really given them good strength last year. 52 for 3.
That is brilliant work out there. Very good fielding there. Sadiq Henry pulling off a very good stop. That was going to run away had he not gotten there. Minor league sponsored by so many. Dafa News, thank them for their sponsorship. But look at that. Look at that. Sadiq Henry. Brilliant bit of fielding from him.
So Adil Bhatti comes back into strike. Ball turned into the onside. So good tidy stuff here from Sachin Mailavarapu. We've seen excellent fielding from one of the fielders in the deep. Was able to prevent the boundary. And not too long ago, Mad. Sadiq Henry would have done well to save just even a single run. So good fielding effort here from the Stallions.
So at the end of 8 overs, 5 for 3.
1, 2, 3.
Took that last corner pretty quick.
Sir, I need one hand on the roof, one hand on the pump.
Timeout for Sunoco Go Rewards.
Keep pumping.
With new Sunoco Go Rewards, when you fuel, you save, because rewards come first.
One more. Leg.
So 55 for 3. Manoj Acharya, it appears, will come back into the attack. Both Manoj Acharya, Matt, have provided excellent fast bowling and opening bowling partnership to the Stallions over time. Will come into bowl to Jaladua. So a bit of rebuilding process here. Titans, they're batting a 44 for 1. And you look at the card, they're batting at 55 for 3.
Starts with the dot Acharya. Acharya has been very expensive so far. 2 overs 24. Looking for a change of fortune in this one.
Yes, Matt, continuing coverage of the Toyota Minor League Cricket Championship presented by Sunoco. Well and truly on here in New York. We've had some exciting games. We saw not too long ago New England Eagles pulling off an upset with a win over the Manhattan Yorkers not too long ago. So good shot here from Adil Bhatti. Will only get a single. And things have been very, very tight here for the Empire State Titans, Matt. We have seen some tidy stuff from the likes of Manoj Acharya. We saw quality over from Nino Henry. We've seen a quality start to over number 9 by so umpire Brian Kane comes up with the famous dead ball signal. And Manoj Acharya trots back to the top of his mark.
Dead ball.
Yeah, might have lost some bit of footing there on his approach. And so aborted takeoff from Manoj Acharya. So some ways to go still. 69 balls still to be bowled. 2 runs in this over.
Jaladua's waited a while. Now he gets the face.
So ball cut away into the offside. Catch taken. And that's the end of Jaladua. So another wicket falls into the hands of the man at point, Sadiq Henry. And so another wicket goes down. Jaladua gone, 57 for 4.
Empire State Titans falling apart here at the moment. Manoj Acharya gets the wicket, the big wicket of Jaladua. Just sliced straight into the hands. Oh, that's a fine catch. That's a fine catch there by Sadiq Henry. What a day he's having in the field so far. Sadiq Henry has pulled off a good stop and now a very good catch. Dua goes 57 for 4.
2.
Never mind, all good. See you, leg.
So Goranshu Sharma comes to the middle. And Matt, surprisingly, Goranshu Sharma was benched yesterday. I thought that Goranshu Sharma, he's a top quality player. How do you play a minor league squad and leaving out Sharma? But still, he needs a couple of big scores here. Highest being 42 so far, but he's a capable player. We know his potential. And this man, as cricket has gone upwards in the last couple of years. Top player, Goranshu Sharma.
Yeah, Goranshu Sharma has been an absolute gem of a player. Hasn't really had the minor league he would have liked so far. But he gets an edge first ball, and this will run away for 4. So Goranshu Sharma picks up a boundary first ball, just getting the edge, but he won't mind.
Yeah, it doesn't matter how they come sometime, Matt, as this one has really gotten away. Well bowled here from Manoj Acharya. The bowling has been on top. Oh, maybe. In fact, that's Jaladua. Just cutting the ball straight into the hands of Sadiq Henry. Good catch, flying man.
Yes,
and in the end, Jaladua goes 6-1 for 4 at the moment.
Goranshu Sharma, we saw him how he was so consistent last year for the Manhattan Yorkers. Has made the move, has stayed in New York, but has gone with the Titans this year. Hasn't found the exact form perhaps we were expecting. High score of 42 against the Somerset Cavaliers.
So ball pulled into the onside from Sharma, and look at that, straight into the hands of the man at forward square leg, and another wicket goes down. Sharma gone. 61 for 5. So look at this, short and hammered into the onside. Fielder comes up with a catch. And the Empire State Titans, they're struggling here. Another wicket goes down. Sharma gone.
Just get wicket. Manoj? Supposed to tell the captain you want to slip out. New batsman on strike in. It wasn't moving around. No, still. New batsman is, it ain't not move for new batsman, you know.
So Ariful Hack walks to the middle. I'm at the Empire State Titans in a lot of trouble here. 61 for 5.
Then, two new guy.
So Monank Patel, Sawan Patel, Kwame Patan Jr., Jala Dua, and not too long ago, Garanshu Sharma, all back in the shade. 6-1 for 5. Along with Ariful Hack out in the middle. Couple of wickets for Manoj Acharya. And we've seen also 2 from Sachin Mailavarapu. Mailavarapu continues.
Nice, Sachin. Keep going, Sach. Keep going, Sachin.
So the Stallions have always played the Empire State Titans pretty well, Matt. Perfect record so far. And from your memory, a couple of losses were at Howe Complex, and then one up in Morrisville.
Yeah, the 2 of them would have met 3 times last year at those venues.
So 64 balls still to be bowled. And now all of a sudden, Matt, as you come in here, Ariful Hack batting at number 7 with 64 balls remaining. T20 becomes a very long game. We've seen brief appearances from most of the batters. We saw a sort of like a lengthy stay between Monank and Sawan Patel, but everybody has come and left early. Adil Bhatti has been there for some time. He's faced 9 balls. So Jesse Singh has Sachin Mailavarapu bowling with a slip in place. Good to see that, Matt. Good attacking options here from Jesse Singh, realizing when you look at his scorecard, 5 down, why not?
Going, Sach.
Yeah, I like the attacking mindset. The Stallions and Sachin Mailavarapu. This one could trickle away. No, it doesn't. Great fielding there. Did very well to come around and save it. So a couple of runs off the bat of Adil Bhatti.
And Matt, the feeling of the Stallions have really been excellent. They haven't floored any catches. We've seen a couple of sharp chances accepted, one from Sadiq Henry and the other one from Deep Patel. And we've also seen some big boundary stops, so tidy from the fielding effort. And sometimes your bowling attack is as good as your fielding unit. And So far, so good. 65 for 5. They can't ask for anything more, having won the toss.
Yeah.
They wanted to bowl first.
Up to you.
And with 5 down, they'll be happy they did.
No, I mean, if you want to. Hey, back up side.
So ball driven into the offside. Take off on an easy single. So after 10, it's 66 for 5.
Ray! Mid-wicket!
So here are the wickets to have fallen so far. Sawan Patel pulling across the line of a delivery. The very first one from Sachin Mailavarapu. And he loses his stump. Then very next ball, Kwame Patan Jr. given out leg before off the bowling of Sachin Mailavarapu. At this point, he was on a hat-trick. Monang Patel, a flashing shot. Ball goes through to Bramble, Anthony Bramble. Easy catch in the end of the bowling of Nino. This one into the offside. That's a lovely catch, a brilliant catch there from Sadiq Henry.
Waiting on it.
Ball played up towards the onside. And so 66 for 5 at the moment here. 10 overs gone. So Arful Hack
That's your leg stump.
comes into to face Manoj Acharya. He's bowling at 2 for 31. And this has been another quality effort here from the Stallions, Matt. Empire State Titans have always had some awkward moments playing New Jersey Stallions, and that has seemed to continue into this match.
Yeah, it certainly has. The Stallions always seem to be that one step ahead of the Titans. This one guided down by Ariful Haq, finds the gap, finds the fence for 4. So a good shot from Ariful Haq, just that the placement was great.
Yeah, 71 for 5. And Ariful Haq, Matt, has come into this Empire State Titans lineup as an all-rounder. Big batting opportunity for him. So this one knocked up in the air. A chance for another wicket. Jesse Singh comes in, takes an easy catch. And that's the end of Ariful Haq. So he's gone. 71 for 6. More trouble here for the Empire State Titans.
Let's watch this. Ariful Haq going for pull, skying one straight up in the air. Comfortable as you like from Jesse Singh. Ariful goes 71 for 6.
Batters here, fellas. Get your drinks and let's go.
Last one?
Two left.
So Chaitanya Parwal comes to the middle mat.
Leg.
And the struggling Empire State Titans, they're all in some deep trouble here. 6 down, 71 on the board. We saw Parwal during the course of this has played a couple of hands at the top of the order. But he comes in here with 56 balls still to be bowled, 71 for 6.
Lots of work to be done for young Parwal and for experienced Adalbati. 56 deliveries, that's a lot to go.
And Matt, the fact is, Manoj Acharya has picked up 3 wickets. Manoj Acharya would have started it with his couple of overs going for the 24 runs, but now he's bowling at 3 for 35. Oh, another one, a big appeal from Anthony Bramble. And so it appears Chaitanya Parwal has been caught behind, so another wicket goes down. And what is happening here to the Empire State Titans? 71 for 8. In fact, 71 for 7. Parwal goes. Another wicket here for Manoj Acharya. Let's take a look at this one. Oh, that's a diving catch from Anthony Bramble. And so another wicket goes down, 71 for 7.
Game moving on. Just, I'm taking with wicket. Sorry, maybe after the over gloves. Yeah.
So Vivek Ravichandran comes to the middle here, Matt.
Like stump, sir.
And he comes in. He comes in at number 9. How many times? You'll probably see a match in which number 9 comes in with 55 balls remaining in a T20 match. It's happening today.
It shouldn't ever happen. If that happens, then serious issues are going on. Manoj Acharya on a hat-trick here, bowling to Vivek Ravichandran. We saw Sachin Mailavarapu. Here's Manoj Acharya. Hat-trick ball. And Ravichandran manages to pick up a single. 72 for 7 at the end of 11 overs.
वक्त आ गया है लक्ष्मी बासमती राइस को घर लाने का। लक्ष्मी एक्स्ट्रा लॉन्ग बासमती राइस। इसका हर दाना हो इतना लंबा, पकते हुए महके और प्लेट पे क्या खूब खिले। हाँ, तेरे घर लाने का।
My son, he's so soft-spoken. Everyone says he's so good-looking, and he never forgets to call.
Hi, Mom. Born for your true self. The 2022 Tundra. Toyota. Let's go places.
Little more out. Little more out. That's your line. Left center.
So Mailavarapu will continue. 2 for 14 so far. But Matt, Manoj Acharya, 4 wickets in the bag for 36. What a bowling performance from him.
Yeah, from Sachin Mailavarapu and from Manoj Acharya, 4 for 36 from his 4. But Sachin Mailavarapu into the attack now, 3 overs, 2 for 14. I think it was Acharya as well. He started off quite expensive. None for 24 from his first 2. And came back, his second 2 went 2 wickets for 12. It's a very good comeback from Acharya. And here's Mailavarapu. Cut away by Vivek Ravichandran. VR picks up a single to get Adalbati. He's been out there for some bit of time, has seen wickets fall all around him, Adalbati.
Yeah, man. Ball still to be bowled. How do you bat? How do you bat to recover from a situation as you find yourself in 73 for 7?
Nice,
And the good bowling still continues. So far, the Stallions have only used 4 bowlers, and these bowlers have been enough so far.
Peeling, nothing given. Adalbati 9 of 15 deliveries.
Big shot coming there, Sachin!
Sachin Mailavarapu has done very well, 2 for 15. Very economical stuff. It's a peach of a ball.
Well done. He's coming here, boys. He's coming, lads.
That one straight to Deep Patel. Another good ball here from Mailavarapu. Has only given up a single run so far.
Match, the catching has really been good. Sadiq Henry, Deep Patel, Bramble. So not a big appeal turned down here by umpire Saeed Irfan. And so the good bowling continues here. 73 still for 7. Looking for a sweep there. There's Adil Bhatti. Nothing given on that occasion. Straight to Deep Patel. 73 for 7 at the end of 12. Well, a win for the Empire State Titans will definitely push them up to 10 points to join the Stallions, with run rate separating them. And a win for the New Jersey Stallions will give them a bit of leverage ahead of the rest, as Yorkers and Stallions are pulled 4 points clear of third and fourth, being the Titans and the Somerset Cavaliers. Big game this. Could change. Yes, Matt. Jesse Singh comes back into the attack. So the Yorkers on 12, you just saw that. New Jersey Stallions on 10. And they've taken very good control of this one so far, with 7 wickets down here for the Empire State Titans. And the captain, Jesse Singh, comes back for another spell. Brilliant ball to start here to Vivek Ravichandran. Perhaps Jesse Singh looking to try his luck and clean up the tail. And you could see aiming for the stumps right away to Vivek Ravichandran. Yeah, man. So Ravichandran, Tapash Baisian, Chintan Patel, the 2 other batsmen waiting for their turn if they get a chance. Ravichandran and Adil Bhatti out in the middle. Jesse Singh is the start. And we'll come into bowl to Vivek Ravichandran. It's a good time to let them know while I bowl fast. I always want to let the batsman know, man, don't come too early on the front foot. I'm Jesse Singh. I've opened the ball for the US. And also, perhaps because Vivek Ravichandran coming in at number 9, looking to strike some fear into Ravichandran. Jesse Singh can strike fear into anybody. We mentioned Bhaskar Yadram being the human version of a Tundra. I'm sure Jesse Singh might be a great representation of that. Big personality of Jesse Singh. And when he gets in the mood, he really means business. Yeah, here is a ball that has really gone places, as Toyota would say. Yeah, let's go places. Another moment. And boy, I tell you, this Stallions team have gone places last year. They have, really have exceeded expectations from a lot of people, the New Jersey Stallions. Just falling short of Silicon Valley Strikers, who themselves are unbeaten this year. 4 dots in this over from Jesse Singh. Matt, we've seen excellent cricket. We've seen a lot of players, and we wonder what they were running on. Quickly found out, Sonoko is the one that fuels the best. 73 for 7 here, Jesse Singh. He's gassed up and ready to go. 4 dot balls in this over so far. It's been a tidy spell from Jesse Singh. We saw his opening burst, 2 overs for 9. Stallions performance so far warranting perhaps a headline on Dafa News for their performance. 74 for 7. The Empire State Titans struggling here with 43 deliveries still to go. And when you're 74 for 7, 43 deliveries is an eternity, isn't it? Yeah, this one getting a bit of an inside edge. And Adil Bhatti, Matt, comes into strike, but he has seen a lot of stuff, a lot of numbers. Walking back to the shade, 74 for 7. And so he's been there for some time.
The over.
So another quality over comes to an end here from Jesse Singh. An over that he's only considered a single. 13 gone. 74 for 7.
Give me one from here, yeah?
After Sawan Patel and Monang Patel, there's not really much to talk about for the Empire State Titans. It's really been a hard day at the office. Adil Bhatti hanging in there. 9 of 19, Ravichandran, 3 of 7, trying to perhaps at least bat out 42 deliveries. The bowling card, only 4 bowlers used by the Stallions so far. 5 now with the introduction of Raymond Ramratan.
So Raymond Ramratan, 5th bowler to be used, and it doesn't get easier, Matt. He's a quality leg spinner. And Raymond Ramratan will come into both to Vivek Ravichandran. Adil Bhatti stands at the other end. 42 balls remaining to go.
Right, good start, Ray. Good start, Ray.
Who say T20 is a short game? 42 balls, in fact 41 balls still to be bowled. 7 wickets down here at the beautiful Idlewild Park.
There's still a long way to go for the Empire State Titans. For the Stallions, they must be feeling that they'd want to get these 3 deliveries. They want to get these 3 wickets rather as quick as possible.
So Ramratan has dropped some jewelry on the 22 yards. And umpire Irfan Saeed is a rich man at the time being. He's hold on a couple of those prized jewelry. Ball tugged into the onside here from Vivek Ravichandran. Runs coming by ones. And 40 balls remaining. Adil Bhatti comes back onto strike.
Boys, come boys.
Slapped away straight to the fielder. Ramratan starts well.
Keep working, Ray. Keep working, Ray.
So this one is struck well off the bat of Adil Bhatti, and that goes away for 4. So much relief boundary here, Matt. He comes in the 14th over, and that's a good strike from Adil Bhatti. 4 runs.
Yeah, good shot off the bat of Adil Bhatti. Very well played. Found the gap nicely.
So 5 runs in this over so far. Oh, ball swept away. Whether it came off the pad, doesn't matter, they're running. We'll wait and see from the signal from umpire Irfan Saeed. In fact, no signal from the umpire, so a run here off the bat of Adil Bhatti. Oh, now delayed call from umpire Irfan. Leg by is the call.
$14 done, 80 for 7.
Six left, guys. Let's turn it over, please.
So there we go. Off to a good start from Sawan Patel and Monang Patel at the top of the order.
Right arm, coming over.
But it looks more of an equalizer, Matt. One of those musical equalizer towards the latter stages here. Good fight back from Adil Bhatti and Vivek Ravichandran. But for most part, we've seen a bowling domination here from the New Jersey Stallions. 80 for 7.
Nino Henry returns. 1 for 12 from his 2 overs.
So not a good start here from Nino Henry. And the pressure since the departure of Monank and Sawan Patel Mato has been on the Empire State Titans. Oh, chance of a run out in the end. It looks like we'll have to wait and see. Look like a couple of runs.
Bramble missing from point blank range there. We'll see what happened here. I'm not entirely sure how things went here. Bramble throwing at the stumps, and he's missed.
Wow, when you look at that match, he should have carried it himself. Perhaps that might have been a better chance. Bit of giggle there from Dominic Ricky, realizing that his boy has missed one. 82 for 7, couple of runs here.
Leg.
Off the bat of Adel Bati.
That's middle.
So playing a miss here from Vivek Ravichandran. The pressure continues on them. So not a good delivery here from Nino Henry, Matt. He's putting in a very good performance here. So debut performance here from Nino Henry. And he's really showed up to a good performance so far. Oh, ball cut away. That's a good looking shot from Vivek Ravichandran. And it finally breaks the jinx of some tidy bowling. That's gone away for 4.
Yeah, good shot from Vivek Ravichandran. His first boundary. That's nicely played. Uppercut. Lovely shot.
Yeah, he hits the advertising board, the Sunoco sign. And that's a lot of fuel for you there. 86 for 7, 6 runs in this over so far. Oh, this one is in the air. Jesse Singh takes a magnificent catch. And that's the end of Vivek Ravichandran. Jesse Singh comes up with a stunner.
The fielding has been exceptional here. We saw a good catch from Sadiq Henry, but I think this one from Jesse Singh may have just been even better. Take a look at this. Nino Henry has a second. Ravichandran chipping this one in the air. Jesse Singh, superb. It was dying on him. Brilliant. Diving forward. Great fielder, great athlete is Jesse Singh. Takes a great catch. Ravichandran gone, 86 for 8.
No, one more. Last ball here.
So Chintan Patel comes to the middle, 31 balls still to be bowled.
Leg. Yes, sir.
And he joins Adel Bati. Adel Bati has used up 23 balls, but it wouldn't matter at this point, Mato. They still need a couple of players to bat out 31 balls. 86 for 8.
Last one.
So that completes over number 15. The Empire State Titans, they're batting at 86 for 8.
वक्त आ गया है लक्ष्मी बासमती राइस को घर लाने का। लक्ष्मी एक्स्ट्रा लॉन्ग बासमती राइस। इसका हर दाना हो इतना लंबा, पकते हुए महके और प्लेट पे क्या खूब खिले।
हाँ, तेरे घर लाने का।
1, 2, 3. Hey, give him one, give him one.
Ray Ramratan continues. 5 overs to go. 86 for 8.
And let everybody go around.
So a couple of games this weekend for the Empire State Titans. They've lost their first one yesterday to the Manhattan Yorkers. They're batting at 86 for 8 here, batting first. So ball turned into the onside by Adel Bati. He picks up another run.
That's your leg. Thank you.
Go Ray, go Ray.
So Chintan Patel comes into strike. Some tidy bowling continues from the New Jersey Stallions. Still 28 balls to go, Matt.
Couple of good deliveries from Ray Ramratan to Chintan.
Only one.
So all 8 on the table, Matt. 88 for 8. We have seen some very good bowling. Manoj Acharya leading the charge. 4 for 36.
Leave it, yo.
So the Empire State Titans, Matt, held on a very tight rein here. Adel Bati is still out in the middle, but not too much to come from. Tapash Baizia is the only man in the shade. Chintan Patel out in the middle, still 25 balls to be bowled. And so that's the completion of over number 16. It's 89 for 8.
Thanks, guys.
Yes.
So Adel Bati and Chintan Patel will have to battle out here for the next 24 balls or the others to come, Matt. And this has been a very good showing from the New Jersey Stallions. What an effort from them today. There we go. We saw them got off to a very tall start. Not wanting what would follow from over number 7 to over number 16. They lost a lot of wickets during that course. And credits to the New Jersey Stallions so far. 89 for 8.
This one in the air, lands safely. Has that landed inside? No, it's gone all the way. So a 6 to Adel Bati to start things off. Takes the score up to 95.
So fight back here from Adel Bati. Take a look at this one, short. And hammered down the leg side. That's a lovely shot from Adel Bati. He's a good player. Having played at US national level at one time, Matt. He's up to 21. In fact, he's up to 19. So 23 balls still to bowl here. We've had an exciting weekend of cricket. The Empire State Titans would have started things off with the Manhattan Yorkers on Saturday morning. Then we saw a very exciting game with the New Jersey Stallions. Well, in fact, the New England Eagles losing to the New Jersey Somerset Cavaliers in just in the last over. And earlier this morning, Matt, we saw New England Eagles playing a very good game, taking out the favorites, Manhattan Yorkers.
In the air, Adil Bhatti has got all of this one as well. Another 6 off the bat of Adil Bhatti. Taking care of Nino Henry. Brings up the 100 for the Empire State Titans.
Yeah, Matt, a couple of big strikes in this over. Take a look at this one. Good looking shot from Adil Bhatti. It's gone a long way. It's gone all the way. And that brings up the 100 here for the Empire State Titans. They're batting at 101 for 8. 21 balls to go. You never know where things will end up here. 130, 140 can still be on the cards here. Playing a miss outside the off stump from Adil Bhatti. And the ball goes through to the keeper, Anthony Bramble. So 20 balls remaining. So another single here to Adil Bhatti. Brings Chintan Patel onto strike. This over's gone for 13 so far. And this has been a very good over here for the Empire State Titans. They're battling away. Fact is, they've crossed the 100 mark. They will feel a lot better. And so this will complete over number 17. And so after 17, it's 103 for 8.
All right, 3 of us left, guys. We've already reached the original end time. No, the wicket's in the ball. When the ball got lost.
So bowling so far, 4 for 36 from Manoj Acharya. They pick up the bowlers, Sachin and Nino Henry would have picked up a couple of wickets. A good bowling effort from Manoj Acharya, Nino Henry and Sachin Mailavarapu. Manoj Acharya, the pick up the bowlers, 4 for 36. So the man in the shade, good place to watch the game. They've seen some exciting cricket in the last day or so. And so Raymond Ramratan continues, ball turn side. And they go through for 1. Adil Bhatti comes back onto strike. Ramratan coming into this over, 2 overs, no made, none for 8. With just 17 balls remaining, Adil Bhatti, Matt, has played a very good hand. When you understand what has happened here. We saw in the last over a couple of 6s off his bat. And so, he has really pushed the Empire State a few more runs, as the entire middle order has really not showed up on a very fine day for cricket here versus the New Jersey Stallions.
Adil Bhatti on 27 has batted very well. Has carried the fight to the Stallions despite the loss of so many wickets. He's had some support as well from Ravichandran and now Chintan Patel just hanging in there. And he's gone. Caught and bowled. Raymond Ramratan gets the wicket of Adil Bhatti. soft dismissal in the end. Goes for 27. And Raymond Ramratan strikes.
Yeah, the defiance from Adil Bati comes to an end. With still 14 balls remaining, Raymond Ramratan, the catching has been good. And good feel off his own bowling. So another wicket goes down. It's 106 for 9. Adil Bati resistance comes to an end. 106 for 9.
Do you have a score right now? 9 down? And the score, how many runs? 106.
So Tapash Abaitsia comes into the middle mat. Remaining 106 for 9 at the moment. Empire State Titans, that's their second game of the weekend. We saw earlier on they would have, in fact yesterday, they would have lost to Manhattan Yorkers. 122 they posted. Not enough for a powerful put together Manhattan Yorkers team. They're 106 for 9 here today.
Get it, Manoj. Finish off, finish off.
So that's the completion of over number 18. It's 106 for 9.
2 more to come, fellas.
Top score of 30 there, Adil Bati. And then 23 from Monang Patel, 18 from Sawan. Been utter dominance by the New Jersey Stallions. .105 for 9, the Empire State Titans. The American flag waving proudly in the background. Jesse Singh to the attack. Probably the goal here for Chintan Patel and for Tapash Baisia to bat out 12 balls. And whatever they can get is what they'll have to bowl for. Chintan gets this one away. Just a single. Jesse Singh has been exceptional so far.
Away.
Matt, what we have seen here is the Empire State Titans in a couple days of play. We saw them making, what, 122 yesterday? And today they're batting at 106 for 9, so their batting hasn't really showed up this weekend. And you thought this was going to be a very big weekend here for the Empire State Titans, hosting at the beautiful Idlewild Park. But really, the batting has not really showed up unless they probably can win from here. And we will never know what will happen. It's 106 for 9 at the moment. 10 balls remaining. Tapash Baisia. He's played at the international level, but more of a bowler. We've seen him play a couple of handy innings with the bat. Jesse Singh strides in. And the fact is, Matt, coming into today's game, we saw them making, what, 3 changes? Garanshu Sharma coming in back into the side, Ravi Chandran Vivek Ravichandran coming back into the side. We also saw them taking out Christopher Van Tull. So the effort to try to fix a bit of a batting problem has not really gone away.
Yeah, Van Tull and Usman Ashraf going out. Chaitanya Pawal and Garanshi Sharma coming back into the side. This one is lofted, but into the path of Sadiq Henry. Chintan is on 1, Tapash is on 5. 107 for 9. The Titans have really struggled here today.
Yes, Matt, they're on 8 points. Stallions is on 10. And the top of the table in this group is Manhattan Yorkers. They're on 12, so 8, 10, and 12. Ball outside the off stump. Good swing back here from Jesse Singh. Might have been the slower ball. Anthony Bramble does well to keep the ball in play, not conceding a bye. And another quality over from Jesse Singh. Just a couple of runs in this over.
So 108 for 9. Final over coming up.
Where my luck is. Huh? There's no luck for you right now.
Chintan, guys, come off the pitch a bit, please.
Boys, Chintan.
So final over coming up. Seen a couple of tall ones during the course of the power play. So big over in over number 17. A couple of strikes from Adil Bhatti. A couple of sixes in that over. Otherwise than that, we've seen a bowling domination. Ramratan will continue. We saw 4 wickets in the bag so far for Manoj Acharya. He's done 4 for 36 off his 4. Oh, he comes down the track. Anthony Bramble doesn't hold on to the ball. But what seemingly would have been a stump in here, Matt.
Yes, rare bit of misfielding or misstumping by Bramble. We know he's a solid keeper. Just couldn't get it down. We see a couple of runs here, perhaps, for Chintan Patel.
Nice, Ray, nice.
So Matt, 110 for 9. We saw yesterday the Empire State Titans could only muster 122 when they batted first. So they do have some serious issues with their batting during the course of this weekend. The ball guided away into the offside. Easy single. Tapash Abaisia come back. And we've got 3 balls to end the innings of 20 over. Here is Ramratan. An attempted swing here by Tapash Abaisia. Only gets him a single.
Keep going inside. Come on, Ray. Come on, Ray.
That brings Chintan Patel with 2 balls remaining.
Keep going. Keep going.
Last ball of the innings coming up. Ramratan has gone for just 5 in this over. Empire State Titans, definitely they've batted out 20 overs. Even if they do get out, even if a wicket does fall here. In the air. And another spectacular catch. Dominic Rickey. What a way to finish things off for the New Jersey Stallions. Taisia goes. But take a look at this, another great catch.
Yeah, Dominic Rickey coming in off a long run. Look at that, a tumbling take. In the end, throws the ball back. He's more concerned with his cap. And that's the end of the innings. So the innings comes to a close. Tapash Baizia goes. And the Empire State Titans have found themselves bowled out again for another cheap score. 113 at the end. In fact, 113 all out. So that's the situation here. Empire State Titans have posted 113. And the Stallions will need 114 off their 120 balls.
Poor display from the Empire State Titans. Adil Bhatti top scoring with 30. Manang Patel 23 and Sound Patel 18. Other than that, not much at all to talk about.
Yeah, big bowling performance from Manoj Acharya. He picked up 4. But the likes of Nino Henry, Sachin Mailavarapu, Raymond Ramratan would have picked up 2 apiece. Jesse Singh was quite tidy at the top of the order. You look at that, 4 overs to 12 runs. So very committed effort here from the Stallions bowler. Never gave anything away. 113 at the end. Need 114 to win. And that's from 120 balls at 5.7 and over. We'll look at some highlights during the course of the innings so far. So Manang Patel crisps a drive through the offside for 4, a classy looking shot. Sawan Patel over the offside, a good slice on this delivery. They got off to a very good start. Manang Patel a couple of flick into the onside off the bowling of Jesse Singh for 4. Sawan Patel looked pretty dangerous at the top of the order. Take a look at this one, a commanding shot straight down the ground off the bowling of Henry. Manang Patel, look at this one, gone long way into the trees. Lovely shot from Manang Patel. Manang Patel, classy looking shot over the onside. Sawan Patel played a careless looking shot from Sachin Mailavarapu. Lost his stump. And Kwame Patan Jr., when he came in, didn't have time to settle. We saw some quality bowling from Sachin. And look at this one, leg before wicket. Saeed Irfan, the umpire, putting his hands up. And then Manang Patel just playing at a ball way outside the off stump. And got the edge. Bramble gone. Jaladua, who's had an excellent series last year, cut, and what an excellent catch from Sadiq Henry. Ranshu Sharma was brought in for this game. Played a lovely shot to the previous ball, and here it is. Getting out, Deep Patel taking a well-judged catch. Ariful Haq did long himself, ball in the air. Jesse Singh take an easy catch. Parwal came in and found an inside edge. And a brilliant catch there from Anthony Bramble. Adil Bhatti played a very good hand, stuck around long enough for 29. Ravi Chandran Nasrin, consolation 4 for him, cutting and cutting well. Then the demise of Ravi Chandran, of the bowling of Nino Henry. This one a diving catch. What catching from Jesse Singh. And then Adil Bhatti finally succumbs to the pressure as the ball would have gone for 6. A lovely shot from Adil Bhatti. He fought valiantly towards the end. A couple of sixes off the bat of Adil Bhatti. So here is Adil Bhatti, a cotton ball. That's a lovely catch and cotton ball off the bowling of Raymond Ramratan. So that's what's happening here. Target is 114 to win from 20 overs. We'll be right back for the chase.
We're watching the Toyota Minor League Cricket Championship, presented by Sunoco. You're watching the Toyota Minor League Cricket Championship, presented by Sunoco.
So welcome back, the Empire State Titans, Matt. 114 is the target, but let's take a look here. Sawan and Manang Patel, excellent at the top of the order. Adel Bhatti played a very good hand for 30, but other than that, not much to talk about here. Another batting failure here for the Empire State Titans in 2 days.
Looking at the bowling card, Manoj Acharya was a bit expensive at the beginning, but came back brilliantly. 4 wickets for 36 for him, and 2 each for Nino Henry, Sachin Malavarapu, and Ray Ramratan.
So 114 is the target to win from 120 balls. They're asking rate is going to be 5.7 and over. So a big weekend here for Idlewild Park. We've seen excellent cricket. And earlier today, we've got a visit from Senator Kevin Thomas, who handed out 4 proclamations. And one was given to the 2 teams playing here today, the Empire State Titans and New Jersey Stallions. And one to Staten Island Cricket Club, who is celebrating their 150th year in the business. And not forgetting the Queen's United Cricket Academy. So that's Senator Kevin Thomas for you there. Earlier on also, Ajit Bhaskar, director with US Cricket. Hiran Patel, one of the owners of the Empire State Titans. And also New Jersey Stallions team owners. And to the left is Charlton Senior of the Queen's United Cricket Academy. So we're ready for a restart here, Matt. New Jersey will need 114 to win from 120 balls. And we'll have to wait and see. It could be Dominic Ricky and Sai Mukamala. So Dominic Ricky, one of the batters, Matt, and then appears Anthony Bramble. Has come out here. Dominic Ricky, number 10.
Middle and leg.
We'll have to wait and see who will pick up the attack here. So a big bowling performance will be needed here. Anthony Bramble out with Dominic Ricky. No Sai Mukamala today. And Anthony Bramble have already played at the international level, Matt. And welcome back for the chase. 114 to win from 120 balls.
Tapash Baisia will be starting things off for the Titans. Really put in a bowling performance here to defend 114.
Yeah, the Empire State Titans, they made 122 yesterday. 113 in this game.
Get it in.
So start here from Anthony Bramble. And things are on the way here. Single into the onside.
Off the mark straight away is Bramble.
Towards you a little bit.
Bramble would have played for the West Indies and would have been part of the Guyana Amazon Warriors for quite some bit of time. Has been there for years now. Anthony Bramble has opened the batting as well over there. Can bat anywhere in the order. Anthony Bramble, very versatile batsman.
Matt, one of the reasons Anthony Bramble has not played too many matches for the Guyana Amazon Warriors. Of course, the Warriors had for many years, or quite a few years, Dinesh Ramdin. And then, of course, when Ramdin left, they acquired Nicholas Puran. And it was always going to be tough playing in front of Dinesh Ramdin or Nicholas Puran, but I think he has a very good chance this year. So continuing coverage of the Toyota Minor League Cricket Championship presented by Sunoco. It's been a big weekend here. Ball in may have driven straight back into the hands of Tapash Baizia. He doesn't have a tough chance. And Dominic Ricky survives.
So good start here from Tapash Baizia. All dots so far to Dominic Ricky.
Yeah, it was off the ground. Struck hard into the pitch. Ricky is pulling into the onside, will only get him a single. And so a good over so far here from Tapash Baizia Mat. Had an excellent weekend of minor league cricket championship presented by Sunoco. And of course, we're very thankful for all those and all the sponsors coming through this year. So the first over comes to an end, 2 off it. 1 gone, 2 on the board.
Lots of batting to come for the Stallions. Sai Teja Mukamala, Paul Palmer, Sadiq Dushan Henry, Ray Ramratan, Deep Patel, we've seen him, handy all-rounder. Jesse Singh.
Leg on.
So Adel Bhatti comes into the attack. Played a good hand, Matt. Got them, what, some 33 runs towards the middle order. Stuck around long enough. And you never know how it could go sometimes. 112 remaining from 114 balls, but we've seen so many twists and turns in cricket, and you never know when you go to a cricket match what record could be set. We saw some tall records from time to time toppled and new one set. Ricky on strike, Adel Bhatti will come in. So not a good start here from Adel Bhatti. Not a lot of runs to play with. He comes up with a wide to start. We saw 4 extras in the that was bowled by the New Jersey Stallions, so they have been very disciplined. We've already seen a wide here from Adel Bhatti.
Down the leg side again.
So a couple of balls going down the leg side here. Umpire Irfan Saeed and Brian Kane. The 2 umpires out in the middle. The match between umpire Brian Kane, Irfan Saeed and Ron McFarlane. They've put in a lot of work, a lot of overs, as this one is tugged into the onside.
Bramble on strike. Adel Bhatti has given up 3 already in this over. Only one legal ball balled in it.
That's your two. That's all right? Right now, more the wicket.
So that's Irfan Saeed for you, along with Brian Kane and Ron McFarlane. Oh, that's a good-looking shot from Anthony Bramble, losing a bit of balance, but it doesn't matter. And it goes over the keeper's head, and that's gone for 4.
Yeah, Bramble, nice innovation from him. Gets a boundary. Take a look at this again. Trying that ramp shot. Yeah, did lose his balance a little bit, but he got a good enough connection to take it away for 4. Sends it into the Toyota board.
So not a lot of runs to play with here. 7 in this over so far. So this one is taken off. The edge gone. So that's the end of Anthony Bramble. Tapash Baizia comes up with the catch. And that has been executed. But he has probably injured his hand in the process. 9 for 1.
Bramble looking to go big, went straight up in the air. Tapash Baisia takes the catch. Not sure what's happened there, maybe some injury to his hand. Hope he's okay, but Bramble goes, it's 9 for 1.
So Sai Mukamala will come to the middle. Tapash Baizia getting some attention there as as Sai Makamola comes to the middle. Dominic Rickey has been his partner for some time, always batting at the top of the order. We saw Akshay Hamraj being used a couple of times during the earlier part of the season, Matt. So Dominic Rickey, Sai Mukamala, Anthony Bramble, Akshay Hamraj, Paul Palmer being some of the top order batters for the New Jersey Stallions. So Tapash Baizia, excellent catch. It may have hurt his hand in the process, but he held on for dear life. Let's take another look. A big top edge that flew to the wide third man area. Well, he did the best thing, got the wicket, got the dismissal off, but very painful as we can see. So 9 for 1. Mukamala comes in, and it appears Dominic Rickey will be on strike.
Down the leg side. May have clipped something on the way through.
So 7 in this over. Adel Bati, this one has taken some time. We've seen a wicket fall. We've seen a couple of wides.
Adel Bati has bowled 1 for 7 so far, 5 deliveries. Cracking shot by Dominic Rickey. That'll be a boundary to finish things off. So a good end to the over for the New Jersey Stallions with a boundary, 13 for 1 after 2.
So Bramble, the only casualty so far. Mukamala, along with Dominic Ricky, still lots of batting to come. Paul Palmer, Sadiq Henry, Raymond Ramratan, Deep Patel among those.
Away from you. Little one. Leg. Batter right arm coming over here.
So Mukamala will get ready to face his first ball. Mukamala this season, Matt, his highest score has been 66 versus the New Jersey Somerset Cavaliers.
Match-winning knock from Mukamala in that game. Ball boundary that they needed to win the game was an exciting one. That Sai Mukamala, the hero for the Stallions in that game. Tapash Baisia comes back into the attack, clearly feeling better since that knock on the hand, it seems, from that catch.
Would have been more painful if he had dropped it, Matt. Not only the sting of the ball, but knowing that he's probably put down one.
Quick single taken. Ricky comes on to strike. He's on 6-14 for one now. The Stallions.
So Tapash Baisia would have played a part in the game so far in taking a very well judged catch off the bat of Anthony Bramble. Not a bad start here from Tapash Baisia, Matt. The first over would have gone for only 2. And so far, 3 balls into this over is only a single run. Good bowling here from Tapash Baisia. They'll need a super bowling performance for them to defend the next 100 runs. And again, ball driving out towards the offside, and there is no run. Good bowling here from Tapash Baisia. And Tapash already has played a big hand.
In the air from Bramble. Look at this again. Tapash Baisia, well judged catch. So pulled away by Dominic Ricky. Has he found a gap? You bet he has. So boundary, 4 runs to Dominic Ricky. Goes up to 10. Very good shot from him.
Yes, Matt. Quality over up until this one. Ball string down the leg side, a little too short and hammered into the onside. That's a good looking shot from Dominic Ricky. And Ricky highest score in this year's minor league has been 43 against the Atlanta Fire. Also got a 42 against the Lions.
This one away from Dominic Ricky. 4 more. So back-to-back boundaries to finish the over from Dominic Ricky. 22 for 1 after 3 overs.
So a long batting lineup sported here by the New Jersey Stallions. They're off to a good start, 22 for 1. Dominic Ricky, a couple of 4s in the last over. Sai Mukamala, he's out on 1.
That's your leg. You bowler. Left arm round.
So Chintan Patel, Matt, given the ball. Very experienced campaigner, still holds his own as a leg spinner.
Yeah, Chintan Patel has had a very impressive minor league so far.
So Chintan Patel, 10 wickets this year in the minor league. Plays into the offside. Mukamala can't score. So you're watching the Toyota Minor League Cricket Championship presented by Sunoco. We've seen excellent cricket in the last day or so, and this one continues to be another interesting encounter at the moment. Still some ways to go, 92 to win from 100 balls.
Daffanu is one of the major sponsors for minor league cricket. Chintan Patel, a couple of dot balls, good start from him.
Oh, yaar. Bowling.
Yeah, very good start here from Chintan Patel. That's exactly what the Empire State Titans will need. They will need tidy overs. They'll need a couple of wickets here and there. And on the other hand, Matt, Stallions will be hoping that if they can bat out 20 overs without panicking and certainly not being too tentative, they could come across the line. A team that is on 10 points at the moment, Matt. They've got a front runner in front of them, Manhattan Yorkers. Manhattan Yorkers, many thought would have pulled away this afternoon, but they were beaten earlier in the morning by the New England Eagles.
Getting the edge here, Dominic Ricky. This one is running away. Is it going to go all the way? No good footwork there to pull it back in. Managed to get a couple of runs there. Do the Stallions 25 for 1 after 4 overs.
My son, he's so soft-spoken. Everyone says he's so good-looking, and he never forgets to call.
Hi, Mom. Born for your true self. The 2022 Tundra. Toyota. Let's go places.
What's up, Doug? What got into you?
At Sunoco, we know how to fuel peak performance. Fuel your best.
So 25 for 1. That one is Anthony Bramble. Caught off the bowling of Adil Bhatti.
There's a change here, right arm coming over.
So 89 to win from 26 balls, Matt. This is weekend number 5. Some exciting matches we've seen in this year's Toyota Minor League Cricket Championship presented by Sunoco. And how do you see the points table perhaps at the end of this evening's play with Stallions up at 10 points? Their rival Manhattan Yorkers on 12. So a win here for the Stallions will put them on same footing as the Yorkers.
Yeah, win for the Stallions will put them joint first with the Manhattan Yorkers, with run rate deciding them. A win for the Empire State Titans will put them tied on points with the Stallions. Again, run rate playing a big role in separating them. Shot by Mukamala, and it'll run away. It'll beat the fielder, and it'll go away to the fence. So boundary to Teja Mukamala. Takes him up to 6. Beats Manoj Patel out there on the boundary.
Yeah, good work there. He tried hard to save that one. But in the end, that ball was traveling very fast outfield. Struck powerfully by Sai Mukamala. And so 85 to win from 94. 49 for 1. And Matt, how do you see the Somerset Cavaliers? They're making some rapid stride, starting to win all of a sudden. having lost their 6 games at the start. But now we've seen, what, four wins in a row?
Yeah, the Somerset Cavaliers will be a problem in the Eastern Division for a lot of teams. This is another good shot here off the bat of Sai Teja Mukamala. Picks up another boundary. So back-to-back fours here off of the bat of Mukamala.
Yeah, he's taking on Adil Bhatti. And a bit of a shot in the end, but it doesn't matter. He traveled the distance. And a couple of fours here off the bowling of Adil Bhatti. So Sai Teja Mukamala. He's off quickly and running here, 81 to win.
Right.
So some good bowling here by Adil Bhatti. 81 required from 92. Delivery is well ahead at the moment here, the New Jersey Stallions, in terms of the run rate and the required rate.
Yeah, Matt, some tidy comeback here from Adil Bhatti. And certainly the Empire State Titans will be looking to the likes of Ariful Hack, and perhaps Chandran to give them some support. And so those could be the 5 bowlers being used here. Not a big score to really defend, but they will have to make do with the remaining bowlers that they have as options. So the 5th over comes to a close. They're chasing 114. They're 33 for 1.
So there's your Atlantic Conference, both groups. See a narrow margin separates the Yorkers all the way down to the Philadelphians. Philadelphians losing today to the DC Hawks. So that adds to the drama. As we had both New England Eagles and DC Hawks near the back of the pack winning today. So they're well into the mix as well.
So Chintan Patel will continue. And Matt, while I have you here, what's going on in the Pacific Conference, by the way?
Well, the Pacific Silicon Valley Strikers well in control of the West. Unbeaten at the moment, taking on the Seattle Thunderbolts. Would have been bowled out for 94 against the Thunderbolts, so some drama going on there. And the South, not the South, the Central, Dallas Mustangs dominating, only losing the 1 game so far. So Chintan Patel continues. Work for Kwame Patton Jr.
So another single, and what's going on with the Atlanta teams? How things are going over on that division?
Well, Atlanta Fire getting a massive win today over the Orlando Galaxy. Atlanta Fire making 224, somewhere along those lines, thanks to 83 from Rakeem Cornwall. And then bowling, scoring over 220, and then quite an easy win over the Orlando side. Bit of a quiet weekend over in the South due to the Morrisville games unfortunately being postponed for the time being due to COVID. Them and Fort Lauderdale Lions would have played this weekend over at Church Street Park.
So ball turned into the onside. Quiet passage of play, but a sure one here. 79 to win from 86 balls. Dominic Ricky and Saiteja Mukamala has formed fixed opening partnerships at the top of the order for the last couple of years. They have served them well, the New Jersey Stallions, Matt. And you get the feeling that they could be without the service of Ruffman Powell for the time being.
This one in the air from Sai Mukamala, from rather Dominic Ricky. Couple of runs to Ricky. 36 for 1 after 37 for 1 after 6 overs.
Let's go.
So here we go, the New Jersey Stallions in red. They will need to probably match those blues or perhaps get over that. Still some ways to go, 77 to win from 84 balls. And so similar when you consider what's happening there in terms of the red and blue. Empire State Titans, as you know, posted 113.
Remind me. Change. Right arm coming over. Remind me. Left arm, remind me. Go.
So Ariful Hack has been given the ball. He's had a very good season, Mass. 16 wickets, the most by an Empire State Titans player this season. And he comes in here with them needing a big bowling performance, 77 to win. With 9 wickets standing, Mukamala and Dominic Ricky counted among those. And they're batting at 30. Oh, good stop by the man in the ring there. Ball heading down the leg side. And that looks like 4 all over it, Matt, when it was struck from Mukamala. But a good stop by one of the fielder there. So Dominic Ricky, a local player. Man who comes out of the New York area. Oh, that's a good looking shot from Dominic Ricky, straight down the ground in the vicinity of the DAFA News board. And that has gone away for 4. Commanding shot from Dominic Ricky.
Yeah, top shot indeed off the bat of Dominic Ricky. Lovely shot. Right into the DAFA News board and a contender DAFA News shot of the week. Brilliant one from Dominic Ricky. Dari full hack. Being put under some pressure here. Any boundary that the Stallions get. Another blow into the hopes of the Empire State Titans winning this one.
So very hot and humid day as Dominic Ricky gets a drink from one of the emergency fielder. Mukamala and Dominic Ricky has been partners for some time. Dominic Ricky, while he's from New York, plays a lot of cricket in the New Jersey area. And it came as no surprise he was picked up by a franchise from New Jersey. So 72 to win from 81 balls. Asking 5.3. And they're going 6.4 at the moment, Matt. They've only lost the wicket of Anthony Bramble. So ball punched into the offside. Dominic Ricky picks up another run. No rush at all here for the batsman, Matt. But what we have seen, the Empire State Titans making 122 yesterday, 113 today. It has not been a very good weekend here for the Empire State Titans from a batting perspective.
That's it! Good shot, Chetania! Good field, boy!
So single to Mukamala. Brings Dominic Ricky back onto strike. We've seen some excellent cricket. We saw the Manhattan Yorkers winning one, losing one in 2 days of play. Saw the New England Eagles winning one and losing one. And so that completes over number 7, 44 for 1. So a 35-run partnership developing here. Dominic Ricky and Sai Mukamala. 70 runs to win from the next 13 overs.
So Vivek Ravichandran comes into the attack for the first time for the Empire State Titans. 5 wickets to his name throughout the minor league series. 70 required. 13 overs left to get it. 9 wickets remaining.
So Ravichandran, Matt, comes in perhaps for one of the batters that would have probably make way for one of the extra bowler. We saw Van Tal and not playing here today. And if there's one thing that the Empire State Titans is really loaded with, it has to be in the department of wicket-keeping. Monang Patel, Jaladua, and then, of course, Van Tal was added to the squad. So Dominic Ricky drive into the offside, catch taken, and that's the end of Dominic Ricky, 45 for 2.
Monang Patel takes the catch. Just mentioned him about him having the gloves on. Well, today he doesn't, but he still managed to take the catch. And Vivek Ravichandran strikes. Wicket of Dominic Ricky falls. Simple catch in the end for Monang Patel.
So Ricky falls as 45 for 2. Still 69 runs to win. So Paul Palmer comes to the middle. Now Palmer has had some very, very good knocks. 63 against the New England Eagles, 43 against Yorkers. He also got a 33 against also the New England Eagles. So he's had a couple of good knocks, Matt.
Thank you.
And he comes in here, you never know. 45 for 2, 69 to win. 8 wickets standing. Vivek Ravichandran striking off his second ball, so never know how a cricket match could end up. How many times have you seen 131, 113 hold up? Have you played enough matches to know that?
No. Well done. Bowling.
So take a look at this one. Ball a little too wide. Stretching is Dominic Ricky. Look at this. Good catch here from the man that usually wears the glove. Manoj Patel. Excellently done. So ball played in along the ground. Paul Palmer gets off the mark with one mat and brings Asai Mukamala back on strike. 68 runs to win.
Chapa, boy.
Good over there so far from Vivek Ravichandran. 2 runs on the wicket of Ricky. Couple of balls remaining.
Catch it. Wait. No. Well done.
And the fact is, the fact is, Matt, Ravichandran has had some decent bowling performance during the course of this year's minor league. But I thought what has been a problem there for the Empire State Titans is their batting, really. And so that's the end of over number 8, and after 8 is 46 for 2.
My son is so soft-spoken. Everyone says he's so good-looking, and he never forgets to call.
Hi, Mom. Born for your true self. The 2022 Tundra. Toyota. Let's go places.
What's up, Doug? What got into you?
At Sunoco, we know how to fuel peak performance. Fuel your best.
Batter, this is left arm. Gonna come round to you, through.
So Chintan Patel comes back. 2 overs for 7. The new man, Paul Palmer, will face. He's on 1, Mukamala on 14.
Stop him. Bowling.
Matt, I get a feeling that something will have to give here. Paul Palmer has just come to the crease, but we have seen a very quiet period here for the New Jersey Stallions. Chintan Patel, he's a quality bowler. Can't be too tentative to the likes of Chintan Patel and Vivek Ravichandran. I know it's not a big asking rate, but you've got to bat positive. Palmer plays a good shot into the onside, only a single. Single that brings them 67 runs short of their target. So 67 to win from 70 balls. I know, Matt, you've been playing some Saturday leagues, and because of minor league is taken away from your Saturday games. How's your team doing while you've been away? You want to tell us what's going on with your Saturday team?
Hasn't gone well for us the past few weeks. Had to forfeit yesterday.
I got a lot of time. Let's go, please.
Oh, we need to send you back to your Saturday team. You forfeit. What's going on? You don't have people now?
Nope.
Just one.
So ball played into the onside. We've seen some tidy bowling from Chintan Patel. We saw a very good over from Ravichandran in which he picked up the wicket of Dominic Ricky. And so we're beginning to see some tidy stuff from the Empire State Titans. And here's where it gets a little bit dicey. You're asking your bowler to do a job that the batsmen have failed to do.
Now look at what's happened here. The required rate has gone higher than the Stallions' actual run rate. So if you're into the numbers, guess you would say the Empire State Titans at the moment are on top of this game.
Yeah, Matt, you're right on that. 65 runs. They're trailed by 65 runs still. Oh, there we go. There we go. We were making the point. Don't underrate 65-run cotton ball. And Saiteja Mukamala falls off the bowling of Chintan Patel. Watch this game, 49 for 3. Yeah, take a look at this one. A little too tentative, looking to flick into the onside. Ball taking a leading edge. And Chintan Patel picks up his first wicket. It's 49 for 3.
No, one more ball. Oh, one more. Copy, thank you. Yeah, last ball here, guys. Thank you. 4-9.
Righty, righty.
So it's 65 required from 67 deliveries. It brings
That's leg.
Sadiq Dushan Henry out into the middle.
And Matt, during the course of this minor league series, we have had to call some very long names. Abhiram Valasamagari, that's one of them.
We have left arm coming around. Through.
So Sadiq Henry comes to the middle. And this is going to be a very crucial passage of play. It appears that the bowling seems to be on top at the moment. Oh, that's a quality delivery. They scamper through for a run. And so a run not easy to come by. They will have to be very cheeky about it. And the 50 comes up. 9 overs gone. 50 for 3.
Adil. Slip, slip. Slip.
So the Empire State Titans really putting in a bowling effort here. Adil Bhatti, Chintan Patel, Vivek Ravichandran with the wickets. 64 required from 66 deliveries. Paul Palmer in the middle. Vivek Ravichandran will continue. First over went for 2. Very good catch by Monang Patel to dismiss Dominic Ricky.
Matt, what have we seen so far for teams playing 2 games this weekend on this ground? They have lost 1 and won 1.
Look at that, Chintan Patel, easy catch straight back at him.
So Paul Palmer comes in to strike. He's had a couple of good knocks along the way. So Ravichandran, ball driven into the offside. Easy single here, brings Sadiq Henry back onto strike.
2 players both with experience for the Jamaica national side. Sadiq Henry and Paul Palmer. So players coming in with lots of domestic experience back in the West Indies.
So ball cut away here by Sadiq Henry. So they're scampering for a run here. The throw comes in. The stumps goes down. Auto says umpire Brian Kane. So, Matt, you get the feeling that New Jersey Stallions still looking for runs. Seeing runs not easy to come by. Take a look.
Watch you stepping on the foot, that microphone.
Yeah, a little too late here from Manoj Patel. Jaladua just taking all the sticks apart. 3 runs in this over so far from Vivek Ravichandran. Still 61 to win. Oh, so this one is pulled into the onside, and what has happened here? 4 runs off the bat of Paul Palmer.
Yeah, poor misfield there by Manoj Patel out on the boundary. And it gives the Stallions a much-needed boundary. They really needed that, and it's not what the Empire State would want. You've got the Stallions in a suitable position. They've been going through a drought in terms of boundaries, and you've just gifted that one to them. Not good from a Titans point of view. Now the dead ball signal called. Haven't had a boundary since the 7th over off of Araful Hack, so it's been a while.
And Matt, this one came because of a misfield. So that's how tight and tidy the bowling has been. And we've seen a couple of good tandem spells from Chintan Patel and now Vivek Ravichandran. So ball worked into the onside, looking for 2. They're running quickly. Fielder comes in. The batsman settling for what, 1? So the end of over number 10, 58 for 3.
So the New Jersey Stallions, just a sprinkling of large skyscrapers. But for the most part, the Empire State Titans have kept things nice and quiet.
And Matt, at the 10th over stage, the Empire State, they were batting a 66 for 5.
10 overs done, let's keep going, please.
At the end of their 10 overs, so 56 runs needed.
10 overs.
Adel Bati has been recalled into the attack. Let's see what he's done. 2 overs, no men, 1 for 19. Picked up the wicket of Anthony Bramble off a top edge. We saw a good catch taken by Tapas Baisia. Ball to Paul Palmer. 56 to win.
Single to Paul Palmer. Partnership of 10 between these two so far. .55 from 59 deliveries. Sadiq Henry is on 3.
And Matt, we know the Empire State Titans have only retained Jaladua from last year. But we'll talk about the Stallions. So you'll need to tell me the incoming and the departing players out of the Stallions. Maybe not a lot of movements there, but still. Has some repairing work to do. It's been a very, very dry period in the New York City area. So the ground is a lot more dusty than it is firm and strong. So let's talk about the Stallions quickly. Their incoming players and their outgoing.
Well, they've had a lot of incoming players, some of which have already outgone. For example, Akshay Homraj came in at the beginning of the season. Jonathan Carter as well recently came in, but not in the side today. You've got Deep Patel also made his way in. Nino Henry is a new face. Both the batsmen out there in the middle right now, Sadiq Henry, Paul Palmer, both are new. Anthony Bramble is a new addition as well. You've got the likes of Deepak Patur, Jihan Senanayaka, a couple of local lads new to the side. And Samat Tiwari as well, so still lots of changes. We see a bit of a misfield there, allowing for Sadiq Henry to get a couple of runs. And in terms of their outgoing players, not a lot. Oh, Darren Davis is also a new player into the Stallions. Outgoing players, obviously the big one being Justin Dill with Americans. And also Rahman Powell hasn't had the chance to feature in this year's minor league as well. No Ritvik Bansal either. Bansal not picked up this year. Anirudh Emmanuel for the Philadelphians. And Varun Manta. A couple of them end up with the Philadelphians with the Stallions last year.
Yeah, Christopher Barnwell would have been with the Empire State Titans, not picked up by anyone. In fact, captained the Empire State Titans last year along with Trevon Griffith. So the Empire State Titans, a complete makeover from 2021. New Jersey Stallions, several retentions. Like you made mention, Matt, Rahman Powell has been called up for West Indies duties and having an excellent IPL season.
Now the vice captain for the West Indies T20 squad.
And I'm surprised Jonathan Carter would have played a couple of games with them, but haven't come here this weekend.
Overall core of the Stallions has been kept intact. Mukamala, Dominic Ricky, Raymond Ramratan, Sachin Malavarpu, Jesse Singh. Stephen Wigg, although hasn't featured much this season.
So this one, a chance of a run out. Let's look at the throw. A bit of mix-up, but in the end, not one of the better throws. And they scamper through for a single. 11 gone, 64 for 3.
वक्त आ गया है लक्ष्मी बासमती राइस को घर लाने का। लक्ष्मी एक्स्ट्रा लॉन्ग बासमती राइस, इसका हर दाना हो इतना लंबा, पकते हुए महके और प्लेट पे क्या खूब खिले। हाँ, तेरे घर लाने का। 1, 2, 3
So 11 gone, 64 for 3. You're watching the Toyota Minor League Cricket Championship presented by Sunoco. A big weekend here for New York. The American flag fluttering, quite lively. It's been a more windier day than yesterday, Matt. Ravi Chandran comes in to the bowling attack here. 2 overs, no made, 1 for 10. Will come into bowl to Sadiq Henry. They still need 50 runs. This partnership has gone up to some 15 runs. And Matt, we've seen a perfect record for the Silicon Valley strikers so far. Why is it that team is so hard to beat, you'd say?
Well, perfect record. I'm not entirely sure how that Seattle game is currently going. But prior to today, yes, perfect record for the defending champions, Silicon Valley Strikers. Side packed to the brim, filled to the brim with quality bowling and batting. Appealing here is Jaladua and Ravichandran, but not out is the call. Good over here from Vivek Ravichandran. 3 dot balls, causing some bit of problems here for Sadiq Henry. Jaladua, JD behind the stumps.
Okay. Well done.
So this has been a very good over here from Ravi Chandran. So 50 to win from 50 balls, 50-50. Matt, you're right on that. When you talk about the numbers, they're going at 5.4. They require 6.0 in terms of the numbers. Empire State Titans are ahead in this contest. Ball cut away. Good looking shot. Will only get a single. This has been a quality over from Ravi Chandran. And the question, Matt, we have seen good spin bowling here from Chintan Patel and Ravi Chandran. The question is, where will the other spinners come from? Tapash Baisia, Adil Bhatti, all medium paces to fast bowlers. Oh, big play in the miss. So a quality over comes to an end from Ravi Chandran. 49 to win from 48 balls. 12 gone, 65 for 3.
Guys, let's do the drinks off the pitch, please. Either way, either side. Thank you. Last one, yeah?
So there we go. I would say, Mahat, it's been a match so far. The blue and the red, but we're looking at the red at the moment, and the red is the one that has to make progress here. 49 to win from 48 balls. And they're batting a 65 for 3.
Chintan is back into the attack. 3 overs, 1 for 11 for him. Sadiq Henry is on 8. Palmer on 11.
So 49 to win. Chintan Patel, his final over. Matt, you sense the Empire State Titans will have to find some spin bowlers here. Oh, a terrible mix-up here, and a run-out happens, and a wicket goes down. We'll have to take a look at what has happened here, but a wicket falls for sure.
Well, I was looking at it the whole way, and they were looking, well, they were looking to come back for 3, and both batsmen ended up at the same end. So a horrible miscommunication.
Batter, come off the pitch,
Horrible
okay, man?
miscommunication. Let's take a look here.
Thank you.
The third run was where things went absolutely wrong. And
Batter's in, fellas.
well,
behind on time.
well,
Let's
I
keep
can
moving,
see.
please.
I'm not entirely sure if I'm right in what I'm saying here, but I see that horrible miscommunication there. 67 for 4.
Had it been no bad, he would have been plump.
Yeah, right. No, he was in front.
Yeah.
He was in front, but he scooped it. He got that.
So 67 for 4. I think while running there, while going back for that third run, I think I did see Sadiq Henry's hand signaling, perhaps telling Palmer to come back for a third, but then stopping. And Paul Palmer clearly didn't understand the signal. And Paul Palmer ended up at the same end as Henry, resulting in the dismissal of Paul Palmer. So a bizarre moment indeed.
So here's another look, Matt. Throw came in. That's not so relevant. And here we go. Jaladua just throwing the ball to the to Chintan Patel, and in the end, Paul Palmer perhaps too late into the crease, and that's the end of him.
Perhaps if we can get another angle at looking at the pitch. You can see more of the miscommunication.
Yes, yes, let's go! Woo!
Gone with him. So another one straight through. Chintan Patel and the Empire State Titans, I think at this stage are well in front. The fifth one goes down. Sadiq Henry departs, looking to come down the track and through the gates.
Well, what a shot here from Sadiq Henry. What is he thinking? He comes down the track, the leg stump is struck, and Chintan Patel just 3 more balls into his bowling spell. This game, they've turned this game on its head. 67 for 5. Sadiq Henry goes. So Deep Patel comes to the middle. Raymond Ramratan has already, well, he's not faced the ball, so 2 new batsmen out in the middle. Deep Patel will be the man on strike. And Chintan Patel, he has picked up 2 for 13 so far. And Matt, I made the point for teams playing more than 1 games this weekend. None of the teams have lost 2 games. Everybody has won 1 and they've won 1 and lose 1. Empire State Titans have lost their first game yesterday, and this game still hangs in the balance. It's going to be interesting.
So this is the wicket of Sadiq Henry coming down the track. 2 wickets in this over.
And Chintan Patel, he's a very experienced campaigner. He knows this is going to be tough. Good confident shot here from Deep Patel. Every run will count. 46 left from 44 balls, and it's anybody's game at this point.
So 2 wickets falling in very quick succession. Henry and Paul Palmer, who had a good partnership going. Both of them back in the hut in just a matter of deliveries. Raymond Ramratan, it's up to Raymond Ramratan, Deep Patel, and Jesse Singh, Malavarpu, Acharya, and Nino Henry still to come.
So ball taken on the pad, a big appeal. Umpire Brian Kane says not out. It's all happening here at the beautiful Idlewild Park. Still 46 to win from 43 ball, 5 wickets standing. Chintan Patel, 2 for 14 so far, and he seems unplayable at the moment. So that completes a very good over here for Chintan Patel and the Empire State Titans. 13 gone, 68 for 5, 46 to win. So that's the warm chart for you. The red team is the one that we keeping our eyes on, how well they do. And every time you see one of those dots, Matt, wickets would have fallen there. Saw a big mix-up not too long ago between Paul Palmer and Sadiq Henry, but both are back in the shade. And they have a lot of they have enough time to talk what happened out in the middle.
Ravichandran into the attack again. 3 overs, 1 for 11. He's been good as well. The spinners have wrecked the Stallions. But this last over of spin, as Chintan Patel has bowled out, and this will be the last for Ravichandran.
Yeah, Matt, that could be a little bit problem here for the Empire State Titans. They will have to revert to somebody who can bowl slow. I know Garanshu Sharma.
Chaitanya Parwal as well has been underused. I mean, last year he did play as a bowler.
So there we go, the boys look for Sadiq Henry and Paul Palmer. If they're discussing what went wrong, well, I think one is still padded up.
That is the style now, isn't it? Get dismissed, still have the pads on till the end of the game.
Yep. If you got to run out and congratulate your team, you run with the pads on. 65, 69 for 5 here. So Raymond Ramratan. He's driving well towards the offside. Good bit of fielding from the man out in the deep. They come back for a couple of runs. Kong 43 from 40 balls. Empire State Titans will be looking to bowl slow, bowl spin. Garanchu Sharma could be an option here. Or else they'll have to go back to their fast to medium bowler, Tapash Baisia, Adil Bhatti, and Ariful Haq. So far we've seen a partnership of 5, and 5 in the context of what has happened here, Matt. That's a lot of runs. 42 to win. Matt, I made a point for teams playing more than 1 games this weekend. They have won 1, they've lost 1. Empire State have lost already. And if that pattern continues, well, then Empire State will win this one. 41 to win from 38 balls. Still some ways to go. A lot of cricket left in this match. So Raymond Ramratan and Deep Patel knows the value of a single, and is at this juncture of the game the technique and probably the best thing to do from a batting perspective to keep tapping the ball in spaces, Matt, and run. So far 6 in this over, no boundaries.
Dot ball to finish off. Looking for a wide as Deep Patel. Not there. So 40 required from the final 6 at 74 for 5.
Right in the middle of the pitch here. Come on, man.
So 40 to win from 36 balls. Deep Patel and Raymond Ramratan out in the middle. And so Ariful Haq has returned to the bowling attack. Next weekend, the action certainly shifts to the Philadelphians over at Exton Park. Big weekend for the Philadelphians coming up next weekend as the Toyota Minor League Cricket Championship continues, presented by Sunoco. The action certainly goes over to the beautiful Exton Park in Philadelphia. But 40 to win from 36 ball. Ramratan and Deep Patel out in the middle. We've seen some very good spin bowling. And now Ariful Haq ball steered into the offside and brings Deep Patel back onto strike. So you're planning a road trip. Next week could be that trip. Head up to Philadelphia at a beautiful Exton Park. Just fill up one of those Sunoco gas stations on the way, wherever you're coming from, and see you in one of those pristine Toyota vehicles, very reliable, and some of the best cars around. 39 to win from 35 balls. Looking for a couple of runs. They're running quickly. Fielder comes in, charges the ball. Can't score on this delivery there, so still some ways to go. 74 for 5 on your screen there. Ramratan and Deep Patel out in the middle. This has been a very good over here from Ariful Haq. Just a couple of runs. Oh, ball punched into the offside. An easy single again. So runs coming by ones. This has been a very good over from Ariful Haq. 3 runs in this over so far. So Ariful Haq, we haven't seen medium to fast bowling for some time. Still a very quality over. 3 runs in this over, Matt.
What's that? Yeah, 15. 38. 538.
75 coming off 75 for 5 in the 15th. 3 off the over so far. Short delivery, and all he could do was find the fielder there. Deep Patel. 3 off the over rather. 75 for 5 at the end of 15.
My son, he's so soft-spoken. Everyone says he's so good-looking, and he never forgets to call.
Hi, Mom. Born for your true self. The 2022 Tundra. Toyota. Let's go places.
Took that last corner pretty quick.
Sir, I need 1 hand on the roof, 1 hand on the pump.
Timeout for Sunoco Go Rewards.
Keep pumping.
With new Sunoco Go rewards, when you fuel, you save because rewards come first.
So 39 to win from 30 balls. 75 for 5, Matt. This could go anywhere. We've seen the New England Eagles winning 1, losing 1. We saw Manhattan Yorkers winning 1, losing 1. Empire State has 2 matches this weekend. They've lost 1 as Tapash Baisia comes back into the attack. So Tapash Baisia to Deep Patel. So 36 to win. Man, this is coming down to the wire here. I would want to think 28 balls. Still 36 to win, 113 posted by the Empire State Titans. You've got to wonder if the Empire State Titans had another top-class spinner. What we've seen since the introduction of Tapash Baisia and Ariful Haq, the batters have found some ways to really rotate strike, get 5-6 runs and over, which is really what they need. Oh, playing a miss here from Raymond Ramratan. 35 to win from 26, Matt.
Ramratan on 7, Deep Patel on 5. 35 guard from 26. Empire State Titans, I think, could be well ahead on this, given the run rate for the Stallions is just over 5, and they need just over 8 at this point and over.
And Matt, what a kind of shot that will put Stallions ahead? It'll probably have to be a boundary, but easier said than done. We'll try to see when the last we've seen a boundary, but it's been a long while. In fact, since in the 10th over, we haven't seen a boundary. We've seen some quality spin bowling from Chintan Patel, Vivek Ravichandran. And now you're right, their run rate, the asking rate has gone over 8 runs and over, and they're going just over 5 there. And we're coming down to the last 25 balls. Oh, another quality delivery. That's a very good ball here from Tapash Baisia. So that completes over number 16, 80 for 5, 34 to win from 24 balls. So the batting card, a 13-run partnership so far. Raymond Ramratan and Deep Patel, 34 to win from 24 balls. They're batting at 80 for 5.
Right arm over.
Saw a good innings from Dominic Ricky at the top of the order. And now we come down to the last 24 balls, 34 to win. There we go, the red just hanging under the blue for the time being. So it's interesting to see who will pick up the attack here, Matt. Maybe Adil Bhatti, yeah? In fact, Adil Bhatti has been given the ball, so he will come in here. Raymond Ramratan will be on strike. And 34 to win from 24 balls, anybody game.
Go.
33 from 23. Where is your money?
I think at this point you've got to favor the Empire State Titans. 33 to get from 23, and neither Deep Patel or Raymond Ramratan has been able to find a boundary. Another dot ball, Deep Patel. It's difficult here.
So the run rate has gone up to 9 runs and over. Stallions and the Empire State locked in a big battle at the moment. Oh, that's a good looking shot from Deep Patel. Has he found the boundary? In fact, it may have gone for 4. And it is gone for 6. So that's 6 runs off the bat of Deep Patel. And that's a lovely strike. Take a look at this one off the bowling of Adil Bhatti.
Yeah, fine shot from Deep Patel. All the way for 6. Hammered that one. They really needed that, the Stallions.
So not out of the woods yet, Matt. 27 to win from 21. And you get the feeling here is where the Empire State Titan probably missing a spinner. We saw excellent bowling from Chintan Patel and Vivek Ravichandran. Ball driven into the offside. Good set of shot here from Deep Patel. We saw a lovely shot down the ground not too long.
2.
And that might have brought them a bit closer to a win here, but still 20 balls remaining. 26 to get. So productive over here for the Stallions. Couple of good shots from one good shot, couple of good shots from Deep Patel. Now we're beginning to see Raymond Ramratan picking up a valuable at this stage of the game at 24 to win from 19 balls.
Yeah, the run starting to come in this over here for the Stallions. 10 has come off it so far, 1 ball left.
1-1-1.
So not a single to end this over. An over that's gone for 11 runs. Not a good one here for the Empire State Titans, but a good one for the Stallions. So 23 to win from 18 balls. In fact, 91 for 5, 23 to win.
Say they need 33.
Drinks, off. I told you not until after the 18th. Off.
So 23 to win from 18 balls. Keep your eyes on the red bars. 91 for 5. Araful Hack comes back into the attack mat. 2 of us no mid, none for 8. And Matt, if this is an indication of what the medium seamer and gave, we saw a very expensive over from the scheme of things from Adil Bati that went for 11. And with 7.6 the asking rate, so Araful Hack will have to be pinpoint accurate here. He's bowled very tidy so far. 2 overs, no mid, none for 8. They need 23 from the next 18 balls. So ball punched away through the offside off the bat of Raymond Ramratan. And that has gone away for 4. Very valuable shot. Good addition. 19 to win.
Yeah, very good shot from Raymond Ramratan. Much needed boundary for the Stallions, and that just kind of eases the tension a little bit.
So 19 to win. The medium paces have not showed up here for the Stallions. For the Empire State Titans, sorry. Ball played into the offside. That's another 4 off the bat of Raymond Ramratan. Couple of 4s. And things are beginning to get a little bit easier for them. 15 to win from 16 ball. Couple of good shots here from Raymond Ramratan. Take a look at this one. Into the offside, very fast outfield. And 4, 9 to 9 for 5. So Matt, this has been a very good over here for the Stallions. In particular, Raymond Ramratan brings them closer home, 15.
Yeah, Raymond Ramratan doing the job here right at the end for the Stallions. 20 not out.
And Matt, you've got a feel for the Empire State Titans. Ran out of spin options. Good bit of fielding there. They come back for a couple of runs, and Raymond Ramratan is bringing this home for the Stallions, it appears.
Yeah, lot of runs here off the bat of Raymond Ramratan in the last couple overs. Brilliant bit of fielding though from Vivek Ravichandran.
Yeah, this over's gone for 10 so far. Good effort there, saving the boundary. Every run save will be 1 to fight for. This one turned into the onside, looking for 2. In fact, Ramratan is sent back here by Deep Patel. A big partnership, 35 runs partnership. and 12 to win from 13 balls. Very good over here for the Stallions. They come closer home, and if they win, they're on 10 points at the moment. They will get up to the Yorkers. The Yorkers is on 12. It's going to be interesting. Net run rate will decide the top of the table at the end of this afternoon. So wicket falls, deep Patel goes, a diving catch from Adil Bhatti, and all of a sudden it's 102 for 6. Deep Patel gone.
Yeah, another wicket falls here. Deep Patel goes. A wicket that the Empire State would have liked. Get a new man in, put some pressure on. 12 from 12, 102 for 6.
So 12 to win from 12 balls. 102 for 6. Yes, Raymond Ramratan.
12
He has batted well so far. Will be on strike. Jesse Singh comes to the middle.
Thank you, guys. Here we go.
We'll have to wait and see who the Empire State Titans turns to. 12 balls remaining. We saw very good spin bowling from Chintan Patel and Vivek Rapichandran. But their spells are over, Matt. And we'll have to wait and see who's been given the ball. Tapash Baisia.
Match winding down here at Idlewild Park. The end of a doubleheader. The end of a big weekend winding down.
Yes, Matt. Look, this one into the hands of Adil Bhatti. A diving catch. That's a lovely catch from the experienced Adil Bhatti, taking out Deep Patel. And now brings Jesse Singh on to strike. 11 from 11. That's what the weekend has really come down to. Play and a miss from Jesse Singh.
Still not over. 11 from 10.
So more runs than balls remaining, Matt. Jesse Singh, we know he's a handy batter. He's played many a good innings from time to time. Stallions will need him to come to the fore. 11 runs to win from 10 balls.
Appealing here. Gone has to be. Yes, he is. Jesse Singh has to go. Easy call in the end for Brian Kane. 103 for 7. Jesse Singh falls, and there's another twist to this game.
Yeah, looking to go through the onside. Big appeal from Tapash Baisia. And Brian Kane sends him packing. So that's the end of Jesse Singh. 103 for 7. So Nino Henry comes to the middle. 11 still to get, 9 balls remaining. Tapash Baisia has picked up 1 in this over. The wicket of Jesse Singh. He's only conceded 1 run. And all of a sudden, Matt, the pressure is on Nino Henry. 11 to win from 9 balls. Raymond Ramratan, he has batted well. Well, he seems stranded at the other end. He's on 24. Oh, getting a hand to that one. Tapash Baisia does not hold on. And have they cross for a single.
Let's take a look at this again. Nino Henry smashing it straight back to Tapash. Yep, got a hand on that, indeed. Still a dot ball though. 11 required from 8 deliveries. Brilliant over so far from Tapash Baisia. And he's bowling to the new man, Nino Henry.
So ball pulled into the onside. Fielder's done well to save the ball. Ramratan comes into strike mat. So Jesse Singh falls early today. This one struck on the pad. The appeal went up. And Jesse Singh goes 104 for 7 at the moment.
Ramratan on strike. Ramratan goes big. How big? Very big indeed. Raymond Ramratan spoils a good over from Tapash.
Yeah, Matt, and that might have been the shot here for the New Jersey Stallions. Look at this 6. It could be the game here for the Stallions. A super shot here from Ramratan, and it comes at the right time. And 4 runs to win in the last over. What a strike here from Raymond Ramratan. 19 gone, 110 for 7.
So Ariful Haq tasked with a very tough job in defending 4 of the last over.
Yeah, Matt, had that ball not gone for 6, they would have had a lot more to play with in this last over. But what a strike here from Raymond Ramratan. Could be the shot of the game. That 6 came at the right time for the Stallions. Of the match. 4 runs to win. 6 balls remaining.
This match could definitely be a contender for the Sunoco Match of the Week. We've had some thrillers today, haven't we? Could all be contenders.
So Ariful Haq will come into bowl to Nino Henry. So he's here to defend 4. 3 will push this match into a super over. Ball outside the off stump. They're asking for a wide. Take a look at this one. Yeah, moving away from the right-hander. No says side Irfan. So that means 5 balls is left. 4 runs to get. Nino Henry on strike. Raymond Ramratan. He's batted well, Raymond Ramratan, but he's out of strike for the time being. Played into the onside with soft hands. So 3 runs to win, Matt. 4 balls remaining. Ariful Haq will have to really bowl an amazing spell here. You'll first of all have to take out Raymond Ramratan. But for the time being, this man has played a very good hand. A match-winning knock should New Jersey Stallion cross over the line here this afternoon.
Big over here from Ariful Haq. Yeah, I agree. If the Empire State Titans are to win this game, or at least tie it, oh God, we don't want a super over. They'll need to get rid of Ramratan, but Ramratan plays this one. They'll get a single, they'll push for 2, and they'll get 2, so the score's leveled. Needing a single run from 3 deliveries.
Matt, a loss here for Tens. It will be the only team that has played a couple of games and lost both. So 1 to win. Scores are leveled. And we've seen a fine knock from Raymond Ramratan, a match-winning 32. So 3 balls still remaining, and they could win this game with a couple of balls to spare. Let's take a look at this one. And there we go, pulled into the onside, gone for 4. And the Stallions have won. They have emerged victorious. And they've beaten the Empire State Titans yet again. Victory for New Jersey Stallions. They will pick up points.
Raymond Ramratan, you beauty. 34 of 22 not out. 38 of 23 not out now with the boundary. Brilliant knock from him. Absolutely superb. And there was so many ups and downs throughout that innings. But eventually the Stallions emerge on top, winning by 3 wickets.
Yeah, Matt, the points table will get very interesting on, on this part of the country. I know the Manhattan Yorkers would have watched this game with some keen interest, and they will see that Stallions have really caught up with this table. And now when that comes up, I'm pretty sure we will see the differentiation from a net run rate standpoint. But what a game here from the Stallions. And the Stallions have proved now 4 times they have beaten the Empire State Titan in 2 years. So there we go, Adel Bati with the customary handshake at the end of the game. What a game we have had. What a weekend we have had. A couple of big double headers. So New Jersey Stallions winning against the Empire State Titans. Game going all the way down to the last over. We saw brilliant batting from Raymond Ramratan, and he seemingly have brought them home this afternoon. So the scorecard for you. Look at Raymond Ramratan, not out 38 valuable runs. We saw Deep Patel playing a very good hand for 12. And in the end, Raymond brings it home for the New Jersey Stallions. Tough team to beat always. And the Empire State Titans, they have had many hurdles during the course of their minor league history. But it appears New Jersey Stallion has always been that mountain too tall to climb. So the bowling so far, Chintan Patel 2 for 14. He was quite miserly, he bowled well. Vivek Ravichandran 1 for 17. But you got the feeling once the spinners were taken out of the attack, it became a lot easier for the batters to really flourish from the medium pace. So summary of what has happened so far. The Empire State Titans perhaps not posting enough runs, 113. We saw Adel Bati a fighting 30 in the middle of the order, but we saw very good bowling from the likes of Jesse Singh, Raymond Ramratan 2 for 6, Sachin Mailavarapu 2 for 15, but the pick of the bowlers was Manoj Acharya, who got 4 for 36. So New Jersey Stallions, they win by the narrow margin of 3 wickets. And this match came down all the way into the last over. What an exciting weekend we've had. That's the established shot as you come into what has happened here. So here's a quick look at the highlights so far. So here is Bramble striking a 4, but this one up in the air, not in control. And we saw a very good catch from Tapash Baisia. Dominic Ricky was quite dominant at the top of the order. Again, some crisp shot. Here's the shot that went for 4. Lovely shot from Dominic Ricky. And Dominic Ricky continues to bat well. Another 4 off the bat of Dominic Ricky. Has played at the U.S. national level. Sai Mukamala got into the act. And that's a lovely shot for 4. Here is Dominic Ricky, a more commanding shot straight down the ground. A lovely shot for him. But then Ricky fell to a quality ball from Vivek Ravichandran. Until come up with a very good catch. Mukamala was the next to go, just getting a bit of leading edge into the hands of Chintan Patel. And this one ball pulled away into the onside for a 4. And a big mix-up between Palmer and Sadiq Henry. Take a look at this one. Cross for one, come back for two. And looking for three. He just ran blindly, and that was the end of Palmer. And the very next ball, or very close to what has happened here, Sadiq Henry fell. Yeah, Ramratan continued. He came in, played brilliantly. And take a look at Deep Patel with Ramratan out in the middle. A lovely catch from Adil Bhatti. Jesse Singh, he came, he didn't last long, adjusted leg before. And here's a lovely shot from Raymond Ramratan. He batted brilliantly today, got among the runs. And take a look at this one. May have eased the pressure here for the New Jersey Stallions. 6 more here for Raymond Ramratan, all parts of the ground. So that's the winnings of what has happened here. Joining me in the box is Raymond Ramratan. But take a look at the match summary. After 20 overs, they were chasing a target of just 114, but in the end, it came down to a big batting performance. And in the end, a win here from the Stallions. They've beaten the Empire State Titans once again. They've beaten the Empire State Titans 4 times in 2 years. Joining me in the come box, I want to say welcome to you, Raymond Ramratan. A brilliant knock so far. What went through your mind when it was a tricky score, but you had to get the job done?
I was just trying to take it as deep as possible because I feel like if you take it deep, you would definitely win the game. And the plan was, the message kept coming out from the dugout, take it as deep as possible. So I just tried to do that, and I executed well.
Did you target any one of the bowlers? I know spin worked pretty well between Chintan Patel and Ravi Chandran. Did it get easier when the fast bowler came on?
It didn't really get easier because they were bowling a lot of slower balls into the pitch, but from one end, the wind was really strong. So I was targeting that boundary to go with the wind so it'd be easier to hit the ball.
And final question, the Empire State Titans have never gotten a win on the New Jersey Stallion in 2 years. You've beaten them 4 times. Happy for that?
Yeah, definitely happy, but we still have a long way of the season, and it's just one game. We have to keep going to try to win the whole thing this year.
Well, you catch up with the Yorkers. They've beaten you twice this season. I want to say good luck and congratulations on a very well-played game. You brought it home for the New Jersey Stallions. Congratulations.
Thank you very much, Lenny. I appreciate it.
So there we have it, folks. The man of the hour, Raymond Ramratan, bringing them over the line. And there we go. Manhattan Yorkers doing well. 12 points so far, but the New Jersey Stallions have has caught up here with 12 points themselves. Next Saturday, the action shifts to the beautiful Exton Park. There we go. A lot of games over at Philly next week. DC Hawks comes up again, New Jersey Somerset Cavaliers, and at 2:30 the Philadelphians come up against New Jersey Stallions. On behalf of the entire crew, I want to say thank you very much for tuning in, and we'll see you next Saturday again for more minor league cricket coming to you live from the Exton Park.
You're watching the Toyota Minor League Cricket Championship, presented by Sunoco.
Thank you. Oh, okay, thank you, thanks. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, yeah.